What if the real superpower was already inside you? The Great Book of Melanin Research reveals 130 years of scientific studies conducted by governments around the world on you. This isn't fiction. It's real research on melanin uncovering its superconductive, photoconductive, cell-protective, and DNA shielding abilities. Yeah, they've known for over a century. Why don't you? Order now and get the exclusive Police Stop Law Package free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Notice and Card, Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2, the Public Official Bonds Book. Learn how to hold them personally accountable. This is power in your hands, biological and legal. They studied you. Now you study them. Click the link. Get the truth. Get protected. The Great Book of Melanin Research. It's time you knew what they know.
What up, party people? What's pop logging today? On this Saturn's Day, another wonderful Saturn's Day. What's up to the people? I see y'all in here. Melanated Brown, Elijah Almac Bay, BYG Mac. What's popping? Sam Stone, what up, brother Sam? Hood Politics, Entertainment, Jason Rivers, Guy Bryson. What it do? Trevion McClinton, Jay God. What up, bro? L Wise, Sharky Dog. What's happening? Kimberly Bell, what's up? True to 8, what's happening? Brother Tyrone. I heard you don't supposed to call Tyrone. Or do you call Tyrone? Which one is it? But what up, brother Tyrone? Reloaded 614. Ralph McCoy. Danger Man Dubs. What up? Flow Rider. What's happening? Ellison Gray. Who's that? Love was that Love Lime Bay? I hope I got Lovely. Oh, Lovely Me. Girl, y'all in these names. Lovely Me Bay. Eric Johnson, Tracy S. What's happening? Jamar D. Phyllis Prosperity. What up? I like that. Phyllis Prosperity. Celeste, the best. I like that too. Celeste, the best. We got, who else we got? One Immaculate, what up? Spread Wealth, Hotep Shalom. Oops. Every time I roll over your name, it goes dark. So that's why. Side the deal. What up, Shinzira Anubis? What up, Corey? And Toby Robinson. What's happening, y'all? What's popping? Are they, first of all, can you guys hear me? Am I coming through good on the am I coming through nicely? Hold on. Oops. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Roger Roach. What up, brother? You said chicken shawarma in the house. That's what's up. What'd you say about the? Oh wait, where'd you go? He says peace and love. Give thanks for the Rapstrology. All right, for sure. You got the Rapstrology tea. Did you like it? Put it in there. Let them know how dope it is. Let them know how dope it is, brother. Right there. Where we at? Hold on, I gotta take that off. Bam. Gotta let them know how dope it is. So he was one of the ones who got the t-shirt in the package. And then I sent out a bunch of you this week. All of you should have gotten an email. And it took a minute for you guys to hit me back with your t-shirt sizes and colors. Because again, I can't send you stuff if you don't. I can't send you the t-shirt if you don't tell me what the size and color is. When you order, you can also just send me a follow-up email that tells me. But sometimes you guys wait for me to hit you back and ask you. So it's all good. But you guys should have gotten an email that your shirt should be going out next week. You should be getting your packages though also at the same time. So that's the way it works out. Appreciate you guys for supporting. You saw the deal. Make sure you guys, anybody else want to support, go to realnagas.com. Order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. Bam. Order the hard copy, and you get the whole police stop law package. Bam. For free. All of that for free. Faux free. All right. So again, that's the Know Your Rights Manual, Public Official Bonds book, Constitutional Rights card. So this is the Know Your Rights Manual, the new Know Your Rights Manual that we have right there. Again, get the Constitutional Rights card, the Qualified Immunity notices, bam, right there. And these are what you keep in your car. A lot of you should have seen the police stop that I put up on the channel last week. It's also on the Know Your Rights Foundation YouTube channel. But again, shout out to Ayana. You're getting a lot of love from that, talking about how funny you were, just how happy you were when the police stopped, when the police officer showed up. Never seen anybody so damn happy to be pulled over by the police. But Kevin Corbin, appreciate you for the cash app, brother. Thank you, man. Gonna put that right on some shawarma. Also, some people hit me this week with the cash app. Let me see. Some people hit me with the cash app. Roger Roche hit me with the chicken or the chicken. Wait, what was it? The chicken something or chicken something shawarma. Appreciate you, brother, for the cash app. And I think that was the only one yesterday. So appreciate you, brother. Thank everybody who hit the cash app. That's you see it at the bottom. It's Real Nagas, the number 9. But when you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, you get all of that again. And you're going to get the t-shirt. I'm giving out the free Rapstrology t-shirt with the package. All right. So you get the 2 decks of flashcards plus the Rapstrology t-shirt. You can have it in the gold lettering, the white lettering, or the black. Do I have the black? Actually, you can't really see it. I have it kind of as a logo in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but you can see the black lettering around in the back. I have it as a logo at in the corner here, but you can see the black lettering. But I am working on currently in production on volume 2, Rapstrology volume 2. So I have all my rappers. So don't send me no more rappers for volume 2. I have all my rappers. And you know who didn't make it? Guess who didn't make it, everybody? Not gonna tell you who actually made it. I may tell you a couple, but you know who didn't make it? Somebody with the C in his name. No, no, I'm just playing. Diddy ain't never making it. That motherfucker ain't no rapper. The fuck you talking about? How dare you even insult me that he could? How dare you insult me? That motherfucker ain't getting nowhere around any clothing I have. You understand? That is never popping off. Fuck that shit. But I think it would be Pimp C. I'm just messing with people because I had so many calls. Pimp C. A lot of calls from Houston people wanted me to put in Pimp C. And sorry, Pimp C, you didn't make this round. But some people who should have been on the first one that I didn't see their birthday in time is going to be on the new one. So I'll give you one. Slick Rick made volume 2. I should have had him on volume 1. I didn't know his sign. Sorry, Slick Rick. You know you should have been on volume 1. My bad, brother. Slick Rick. Now, here's a little something that needs to be heard. So, sorry, Slick Rick. I left you off the first one, but you are on the second one. And a few other surprises on the second one. So, that's in production right now. That should be ready in about another week or so. Again, I'm doing a series of these. I'm also going to do rap groups, one featuring rap groups based on the date of their album release. So that's going to be their astrology sign based off the date of their album release. So that's coming out pretty soon because we got so many damn dope hip hop groups. I can't leave the groups out. Come on, Tribe Called Quest and Wu-Tang are my 2 favorite groups of all time, but we got so many goddamn groups. It's ridiculous. Smith and Wesson. We got so many damn groups. So said, yeah, Slick Rick made it. That's right, WD. Slick Rick made the new one. But so appreciate you guys for supporting. Again, go to realnagas.com. And oops, if you want to order the great book, oops, where'd it go? Order the great book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. Again, boom, oops. And that will hook you up with the whole package right there. So again, thank you for supporting. Also, you get the press pass. You're going to get the free press pass in here. These are these just created. So the people who ordered last week got a press pass. You will get a press pass also. In case you want to go to any type of events or anything like that. This saves your ass. Trust me. Police officers are always asking people, where's your press pass? Where's your press pass? Well, you don't really need one. However, when they do ask you, now you'll be able to say, right here, officer. So again, this is the ways we're trying to protect you guys and hook you up so you guys can know the law, because we need this law army to pop off. All right. And also for the Patreon, if you want Patreon, please go to patreon.com/realnagas. Sign up if you want the status classes. All right. That's learning how to keep 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out of the system. You're going to have to do that pretty soon. So why do it later when it's going to be a much more dire situation for you? When you're going to be you're going to be in a panic situation. Do it before you get into a panic situation. So go and sign up, patreon.com/realnagas. Sign up to the highest level. I will give you the paperwork for free. All right. At the highest levels, you have to sign up with Patreon though. All right. All right, everybody. Let's get into, oh, you know what I just saw? That pumped me up for the Rapstrology Volume 2. I was just watching Beat Street. Man, Ramo! Goddamn, man. Beat Street off the chain. Goddamn, I love that movie. I hadn't seen it in so long. Goddamn. It still holds up. It was directed by Stan Lathan. Y'all know who Stan Lathan is. I don't have to tell y'all who Stan Lathan is. Sanaa Lathan's dad. Shout out to Sanaa Lathan. What up, girl? But Sanaa Lathan's dad. Charlie Scott, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the cash app. Always hooking me up. He said, it's going to be a good day. Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. We don't know. I'm just crazy. We don't know if it's going to be a good show or not. I'm just crazy, brother. But thank you. Appreciate you, brother, for the $50 cash app, man. Appreciate you guys. Anybody want to follow? Follow Mr. Charlie Scott. Appreciate you. Cash app, Real Nagas, the number 9. So, yeah, I was watching Beat Street, man, and it holds up. It's crazy how it holds up. It's old, but man, it really had me emotional because I was just looking at a time that we lost. When you go back to pure creativity, at that time, creativity was so pure. Like, biting was considered a goddamn a sin. You was going to hell if you bit somebody's style or their rhymes, anything, man. And today, that's the thing to do. Somebody come out with some good shit, and they make it. Oh, nigga, copy that nigga. It was just insane just to see a different time. And the bars they had back then. They had bars back then. Even like, goddamn, come on, man. They had bars back then. And I definitely want to give a shout out to Ray Don Chong. Girl, I used to be so in love with you, Ray Don Chong. Goddamn, girl. Boy. Woo! Ray Don Chong, you was my first crush, girl. Actually, it was Princess Leia. But you was my second. You was my second crush, girl. But appreciate you. Lane Elliott, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. Appreciate you too. Thank you. Everybody hitting the cash app. Man, and oh, Melly Mel. That's why Melly Mel made volume 2. Should have made volume 1. I said I was missing some people who made volume 2. It should have made volume 1. Melly Mel. Come on, man. How did I leave Melly Mel off? Goddamn. Melly Mel started the whole shit. White lines going through my mind. The more you see, the more you do. Something like a phenomenon, baby. What? Melly Mel was killing it with the white lines. Beat Street, the king of the beat. You see you rocking that beat from across the street. Beat Street is the lesson too, because you can't let the streets beat you. So shout out to Beat Street. This is what pumped me up to make this series of shirts, the Rapstrology shirts. This is my homage to Real hip hop. Ramo had it on the side of the train. Hip hop, you don't stop, all the way back in the 80s, baby. That's where we get it. Shout out to Ramo and the Puerto Ricans. They was up there, man. Let me tell you something. Why was so many goddamn Puerto Ricans in that movie? Huh? Now, I know y'all was there at the beginning. Come on, goddammit. You know Melanin, the people who invented that shit. It was like 3 niggas in that movie in the break crew. And I know they was real break crews, but why did y'all get all the Puerto Rican break crew? Huh? Why was it all the light skin and the lightest of the light people doing the breakdancing? Except for Mr. Wade. That was the only dark-skinned brother in there. The nigga doing all the crazy. He was too damn dope to leave out. They like, nigga, you so goddamn good. We can't have you off camera, even though you black as shit. We got to have you in front of the camera. So, bam. Shout out to Mr. Wave. Crazy Legs was on the other side. He was in the blue group. Mr. Wave was in the red crew with homeboy's little brother. At, you know, battle cry. Surah, 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 surah. Battle cry. That's real hip hop. God damn it. You better go watch some B Street. You want to get your hip hop feel? Shit. Shout out. And real quick, everybody, you see my shirt? This is one of the FAFO shirts right here. Bam. Can you see it? This is the Ernie Barnes inspired Afrocentric FAFO shirt. Artfully done with the O done and the beautiful, the African sister as the O at the end. So a lot of you been ordering this. A lot of you ladies have been ordering a lot of the FAFO stuff. You guys have been hooking that up. So appreciate you guys for that. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Hold up. So whole lot of stuff been going on. Oh, real quick, did I tell you? Oh, make sure you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, everybody. You got to do that. We're still signing you guys up. Make sure you get in for the next interview class. So the next interview class is in, I think it's August 15th. So make sure you get in there for the next interview class. If you want to hurry up, make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Sign up. Bam. Right here with the volunteers. Oh, can you see? I got to take that off the screen. Uh-oh. There we go. So just make sure you get over there. Right there, hit the volunteers. We can use anyone. Anyone can be a part of this. Anyone can learn the law. Okay, so we're teaching you for free. Again, I don't know. Some people trying to make me rethink that, because when we give stuff for free, you don't necessarily value it. However, again, we are teaching you how to protect yourself from the popo for free. And you see what's going on, how Trump is empowering all the police officers right now. You see that brother just got punched in the face. And all these people are caping, talking about, well, he should have got out of the car. Now, we're going to go over that later on today. But that brother got straight stole on in the face because he didn't turn on his windshield wipers. Now, could he have gotten out of that if he known the law? Yep, he sure could have. He sure could have. But he didn't know the law. So don't get punched in the face. Get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Sign up. Become a volunteer. And we will teach you how not to get punched in the face. All right. I know. I just feel you don't want to get punched in the face. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me. I have no idea how I know this. I just feel that you don't want to get punched in the face. I don't know. But let us teach you how not to. So again, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Sign up. And we'll teach you how to protect your face, protect your neck. As my brothers from Wu-Tang said, we teach you how to protect your neck. Because he did kind of get him right. He got like jaw, neck area. He kind of, it was like, ugh. That's kind of probably why he didn't take the full brunt. Because if you get hit in the chin, that'll knock you out. Just so you know, anybody, you want to knock somebody out, hit them right here. Let me tell you right here. If you want to knock anybody out, hit them right here, here, or here. You don't have to hit them hard. This is the knockout points. Again, here on this side of the chin, on this side of the chin, or right here on the button, right here. You can knock anybody out. I don't care how big, how muscular they are. Even the most super swole dude, if you hit them right there, they will fall like a goddamn stone in the lake. Promise. I promise you. So protect your neck. We're going to teach you how to protect your neck. Because the police officer didn't hit him square on. He got punched in the neck a little bit. So we're going to teach you how to protect your neck. You got to protect your neck. All right, everybody. So what happened this week? A whole bunch. Let's get into it. The Khazarians, the fall of the Khazarians is still going down. It's still popping off right now. Wait, what'd you say, WD? He also got an uppercut after getting out of the car and several more to his legs and groin while handcuffed. Yeah, they kind of smacked him up. We're going to talk about it. Wait, what'd you say? The jaw pinches the nerve at the back of the jaw and knocks you out. Well, there are nerves. It's not necessarily that. There are nerves, that ganglia that come to a point right here. You have a nerve point. You have nerve centers at the points of your chin right here. You have a nerve center here. You have a nerve center here. You have a nerve center here. And you have others around there too. But these are the main ones. And when you get hit right here, it sends a shock in the nerve center to your brain, and your brain shuts down, and it has to reboot like a computer. So it actually doesn't hurt like when you get hit like that most of the time. But your brain has to shut down and reboot because it sends a jolt of electricity to the brain. That's what happens. This is why boxers always doing this. This is why boxers have their hands and their chin down like that. So, but back to the politics. The Khazarians, the fall of the Khazarians is imminent. It continues. They can't stop it, even though they're trying hard. They're trying to stop it, but they can't stop it. They just bombed the church. New Khazaria just bombed the church. And that pissed off the Christians. Now they pissing off the Christians. They bombed the Catholic Church. Not just the church. They bombed the Catholic Church. That pissed off the Christians like a motherfucker. The Pope went off like, motherfucker. I mean, that nigga slipped up for me. Hey, bitch, motherfucker. Shit. The Pope, because the Pope is black and from Louisiana. So let's get that straight. The Pope is black from Louisiana. That motherfucker, like, this motherfucker did what? This nigga had to calm himself down. Like, God damn it, where the holy water at? God damn it. Go where the holy pool at? I need to take a dip. Because that motherfucker Netanyahu bitch about to slap shit out this motherfucker with this goddamn cross. Boy. Fucking Netanyahu motherfucking bitch. I mean, praise Jesus. Motherfucker. So even Mike Huckabee, ball gargling ass. He's the biggest ball gargling motherfucker. Well, one of them. There's a whole lot of super ball garglers. But even Mike Huckabee ass. That motherfucker, he's the ambassador to New Khazaria. America's ambassador to New Khazaria. Even he had to come out and was like, what the fuck, bitch? Goddamn Netanyahu, bitch. I'm over here trying to get all this goddamn love for you, nigga. And you over here bombing Christians, motherfucker? Fuck, nigga. Oh, sorry. We did not know. We thought Hamas was in the church. We thought Hamas was gathering in the church. We knew they were using us as a shelter. We just knew, nigga, Hamas. You use Hamas for every goddamn thing, motherfucker. Hamas this, Hamas that, Hamas this. Hamas on my goddamn chicken shawarma. Look here, nigga. Fuck the Hamas bullshit. Stop blowing up. Huckabee was mad. Hamas was nigga Hamas. I don't want to hear nothing else about no Hamas, nigga, unless it's with chicken shawarma, bitch. You understand? Shut up about Hamas. Sir, that's hummus. I don't give a shit. Hamas, hum, it's the same goddamn shit. I don't want to hear nothing else with no hum. Anything with a hum, I don't want to hear it. Mike Huckabee was on. Mike Huckabee was pissed, y'all. Nigga said, bitch. What'd you say, no? He says, come to think of it, I had some white girl try me. Oh, you guys are talking in the you guys are talking in the chat. Wait, we say the Pope what? The Pope was a the Pope was a no limit soldier. That nigga got Master P on speed dial, nigga. Master P and Birdman, Lil Wayne. He like, bitch, don't make me call out the CMB, bitch. Don't make me, motherfucker. Hey, Netanyahu, bitch. CMB is on this motherfucker, nigga. You think you some shit, nigga? You want to deal with motherfucking nigga? CMB. We all we got. So that happened. Pissing all the Christians off. Finally, so this nigga losing the Christians. So then he was like, oh shit, we got to do something, right? They losing all the Christians, especially like the young Republican Christians. So Netanyahu, bitch, he was like, all right, we gotta do something to get the young people. So they're sponsoring, New Khazaria is sponsoring a trip to New Khazaria for Generation Z influencers. 16 Generation Z MAGA influencers, or FAGA. And they're spending $86,000 to send, like I said, 16 Christians, MAGA ball garglers, or they're MAGA / Khazarian ball garglers. The organization is called Israel 365. So Israel every day, bitch. Israel every day, all day, bitch. That's what 365 mean to me. 365, bitch, no days off. Israel, bitch. Israel, bitch. Them niggas is they over there flexing. Israel, motherfucker. 365, bitch. Like, niggas, you a gang? That sounds like you're a gang. No, we just saying, you know, Havla Gila, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. Havla Gila, nigga. That's, hey, nigga, don't, nigga. We with that Havla Gila shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all we saying. We with the Havla Gila, nigga. Hey, nigga, show him your Havla Gila. Boy, boy, he's about to fuck you up with that Havla Gila, nigga. Tone it down. No, save it for later. Israel 365. They with the Havla Gila all day, baby. So again, they're doing this because they on life support. They dead in 20 years. You ain't gonna never see these niggas again. Hold up. You ain't gonna never see Israel again after, I would say, give it 10. I would say it's really after 10 years, but I would say like give it 20 years. You're definitely not gonna see, the Khazarians are gonna be dead in the water in 10 years when the Generation Z cats, these little 19-year-olds who are super emotional and shit, when they get like 39 and they're in Congress and they're running corporations and they're like, fuck you, New Khazaria, bitch. And I know you guys see the deal, what's going on, right? About the Khazarians. So what two conflicts is America in right now? The two main conflicts America is in right now is with their backing, or we're the proxy. Like they're saying they're saying that America is using these two countries as our proxy to fight these other people, but really we're controlled by the people who control these countries. Ukraine, which is old Khazaria. Ukraine is old Khazaria, and New Khazaria. It's crazy how it's just always Khazaria. Always. Was listening to some podcasts earlier this week, some Khazarian podcasts, some ones who are against their Israeli brothers. My name was like, I had my my DNA test, I had my family history done. And funny, it says it came up going back to Ukraine. And then another podcaster said that. The dude who sometimes subs for Jimmy Dore, his name is Aaron Mate. He said he did his history, and his history went back to Ukraine. That's kind of funny, right? All these Khazarians, they keep doing their history, their family history, and it keeps going back to Ukraine somehow. But you don't ever hear anything about Khazaria ever on the news, in school, nothing. Why is that? Why don't you ever hear anything about Khazaria? Let me see if I can find this. Why don't you ever hear? Because I talked about this dude before. His name was Abraham Pollock. Or excuse me, yeah, Abraham Pollock. So check this out. I fed him into ChatGPT. See, they don't want you to know nothing about Abraham Pollock. You can look it up. He'll come up on Wikipedia too. But in ChatGPT, Abraham Nahum Pollock, sometimes spelled Polyak, blah, 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 was a prominent Israeli historian and medievalist, best known as one of the founding professors of Tel Aviv University and the creator of its Middle Eastern history department. You gotta look this dude up. Early life and education, born in blah, blah, blah. We don't need to know that. All right. Really need to know where he's from. Just need to know what he did. So academic and professional career. Joined Tel Aviv University in the mid-50s. 61 to 66, he went there. Blah, blah. All right, so here we go. Major contributions. I'm going to pass all the education shit. So major contributions and recognition. Pollock's landmark work is Khazaria, History of a Jewish Kingdom in Europe, 1943, where he pioneered the use of Islamic sources to explore Khazar Jewish heritage. This is their historian who was a major figure in the Tel Aviv University. He posited that Eastern Europe Jews descended from the Khazars, a claim that sparked debate. Awarded the prestigious Balik Prize for Jewish Thought in 1943 for his work, as well as the Royal Asiatic Society's 1939 prize for his study of Middle Eastern feudalism. Later years and legacy continued publishing influential works on Jewish, Arab, and Islamic and African history, including explorations of feudalism, biblical influence, and national movements and Jewish communities in Babylon and Sepharad. So then it gets down to his publications. So Khazaria, A History of Jewish Kingdom in Europe, 1943. Pollock's most famous controversial work, it argues that a significant portion of Eastern Europe Jewry, not jewelry, Jewry, descended from the Khazars, a Turkic people whose ruling class converted to Judaism in the 8th and 9th centuries. Significance. This work was groundbreaking because Pollock was one of the first to systematically use Arabic and Persian Islamic sources like Ibn Faldan and al-Masudi to study Jewish history. The reception. It won the Balik Prize in 1940. He won the prize, the fucking Jewish prize, for uncovering that his history, his people's history, was Khazars. He won the prize for it. But also stirred debate as it challenged the traditional notion of uninterrupted Jewish migration from Palestine to Europe. The Khazar theory remains controversial and politically charged to this day. Geopolitics of Israel and Middle East, a strategic and historical analysis written during this time in the Israeli Defense Forces. It was used to educate military officers on the regional context of the young Israelite state. They used his work to educate the IDF. Founding the State of Israel, a nationalist educational work aimed at building a sense of historical continuity and civic identity within Israeli army and society. So basically, if you keep going into it in chat, man, it gives a whole breakdown. But it says Arthur Kessler, the 13th tribe. Kessler's work explicitly used. So when you look up damn, I don't know what the book is, but the 13th tribe book that breaks off, that really does a deep dive. It used Abraham Pollock's work. It built off of that, and people in the KYRFs, they denigrate that book. That's fake fiction, that's bullshit. But he built the work off of their historian, their national historian. He built the work off of that, and Kessler is also a KYRF. So there's that. So hold on a second, I'll be right. So we see what's going on, and they keep trying to hide that identity. Excuse me. So it's illegal. So somebody else broke this off on one of the KYRFs who lived in Israel, New Khazarian. He said he did a podcast the other day. He said, why is it illegal for me to do a DNA test when I'm in Israel? Why is it illegal for me to do a DNA test? I wanted to check my history about who my heritage was over there, and they told me I couldn't do it. This dude was breaking it off. So we see. You say, what do you say? 8 ODB? What is Asiatic? ODB was calling himself the Asiatic man. Asia only means east. Just so you know, like Oriental and Asian only means east. That was because the sun rose in the east. So that's all. It means the people from the east. That's what Asiatic actually means. But they called themselves that because the sun rose in the east. And that was a connection to that. So moving along, the DOJ, they spoke to Ghislaine Maxwell day before yesterday. Oh shit. What'd she say? What did Ghislaine say, y'all? Well, she got partial immunity to testify. She had partial immunity. So basically, she didn't have to plead the fifth on anything they asked her yesterday or day before yesterday. She didn't have to plead the fifth because she had immunity. So she was like, come on, ask me. Remember Dave Chappelle when he was talking about when they was questioning him and Half Baked, he was like, ask me some questions about he's like, come on, ask me. So that was Ghislaine. He was like, come on, ask me. Come on. What do you want to know? Ask me. And they was like, what'd you have for breakfast? Some eggs and some toast and some orange juice. Come on, give it to me. Ask me about some kind. What have they been showing you in jail? What have you been watching? They treating you nice? Anything you treating you good? Yeah? No. Ask me some goddamn questions, motherfucker. Yeah, we're getting to it. We're gonna get to it. Is the bed comfortable? Like, if you don't ask me some goddamn real questions, bitch, they don't want to know nothing. You know why? Because they never asked her questions before. This is the first time the DOJ has asked to talk to Ghislaine Maxwell. Is that fucking retarded or what? Why would they have not wanted to talk to her before? No, we don't. We're just gonna convict your ass of all these crimes, send you to jail for 20 goddamn years, and we ain't gonna talk to your ass at all. We're not gonna question you about nothing, about who your clientele, nothing. No, we don't need to know that. We just need a scapegoat to go to jail. We're gonna throw you in the nice jail where you can do yoga, okay? But you better keep your mouth shut, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And Ghislaine kept her mouth shut till she saw an opening. She saw an opening. What was the opening? Trump bitch ass fumbled the ball at the 2-yard line. That nigga was Leon Latt in this bitch. Y'all remember Leon Latt in the goddamn, what was the Christmas game? Leon Latt was running down that motherfucker. He was running down the fucking field and he started clowning and shit. Started clowning with the goddamn ball. And who was it? Tasker? Was it Tasker that ran up behind him and slapped the ball out of his hand at 2-yard line? God damn it, Leon Latt, bitch. That's what Trump did. Trump was playing around with the Epstein files instead of running the ball into the end zone. Ooh, look what I got, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And motherfucker, they came, the Democrats, or not, it wasn't the Democrats, it was really Khazarians. They're the ones that came and said, boom, and knocked it out of his hand. The Khazarians came and knocked that shit out of his hands, and he fumbled it at the 2, so then he was, oh shit, what do I do? Oh, just forget about it, guys. Just forget about it. We don't need to know about that. That guy's a creep. We don't need to know about that, guys. I'm killing it on the job, guys. You see what I'm doing over here? I'm doing this. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing that. I'm doing great. Don't you see what I'm doing? You don't see what I'm doing? You don't see? I'm doing great. Fuck Epstein. Wait, nah, nigga. You promised the Epstein tapes, nigga, and we wouldn't have given a shit if you didn't say something. But now it's real suspicious that you said you're gonna give them, and then you just say that there are no files. Oh, nigga, nah. We think we supposed to? Nigga. You think niggas is crazy? What you think niggas is really retarded, huh? You promised to give us files that you don't have? Wait a minute, nigga. How'd that work? So, this nigga fumbled the ball. So, Ghislaine. Yo, Elvin Gibson. Appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. Everybody follow Elvin Gibson and everybody. Get that cash out. Appreciate you. Real Nagas the number 9. So Ghislaine saw an opening because what happened was the Demo bitches, the Femocrats, they thought they saw an opening. This is how it's going. These niggas is playing football like a motherfucker. Epstein got motherfucking laces on his goddamn forehead. This nigga Epstein got laces on his forehead and he got a pointy ass forehead. They just So first the Femocrats, they thought they saw an opening. It was like, oh, this nigga Trump, he don't want to release the files, even though they know they don't want to release them either, because it's mostly probably Democrats on that shit, because Epstein was hanging with mostly Democrats. That's how they got in power. So probably mostly more Democrats on the goddamn list than Republicans. But the Femocrats is like, hey, we know this nigga don't want to release him because they know his name is in there. And Trump, it came out, the Wall Street Journal said this nigga Trump's name was in there at least like 10 times or some shit, which is why he didn't want to release it. But even though if his name is in there, that doesn't mean he did anything. There's a whole bunch of people name in there that had nothing to do with it. But Trump didn't want his name coming out and associated in the files. That's one of the reasons. So they was like, he not gonna release the goddamn files. They knew. They was like, look, we can come out here and act like we want him to release the files the whole time when we know he not gonna release shit. So we can be like, we can get up on the podium like, hey, Trump, bitch ass nigga, release the files, cuz. Hey, where the files at? I don't see no, where the files at, Trump? They all there doing, oh, where the files at? Yeah, nigga, where the files at, Trump? Where the files? They all there screaming, where the files at, Trump? So Trump is like, God damn, he like, these Democrats, it's a scam. It's an Obama scam, Hillary scam. He started going crazy. This nigga is unraveling. Did y'all see this nigga unraveling this week? It's a scam. Oh shit, that ain't me. Look at this over here. Look at that. Oh shit, Obama. Y'all see Obama, right? Obama over here. This nigga is trying everything in his power to get you to not look at what the fuck is going on with the Epstein files. Obama, guys. Remember Obama? Russiagate? Yeah, we're going after Obama. Yeah, we're going to put him in jail. Like, nigga, hold up. What about Epstein, motherfucker? No, Obama. He's the criminal. That's what he said. That's literally what he said when on the tarmac. When they were questioning that nigga about Epstein, he's like, I never had anything to do. He said, question the Democrats, question this person. They were kicking it with him. They not kicking. He's like, they were living with him. They were hanging with him. I never lived with the guy. He said, what about Obama? Obama's the guilty. Obama's the guilty one. This motherfucker is going through it. This nigga is going through it right now. So Ghislaine, she said, oh shit, I see an opening. Because the Democrats overplayed their hand because they knew Trump not going to release the files. However, Ghislaine was like, if I come out and I talk and release some names, he don't have to release the files because that's really all MAGA wants. They want people's names associated to the crime. So if I give them names that MAGA can go after, they won't care about the files because what's really in the files is a convoluted shit of world espionage, a bunch of governments, France, Germany, all these different New Khazarian, mainly New Khazarian, America, all these using the honeypot scheme to corrupt and blackmail politicians around the world. All of these motherfuckers have been doing it. So they can't release that shit because Epstein was linked to all these goddamn different intelligence agencies for these different countries around the world. So he was doing this shit for everybody. And so if they release that shit, they will unravel the whole goddamn shit, right? Everybody. So they like, okay, we can't release the files, but we can release some names. So Ghislaine went up there and gave 100 names. When they gave the 100 names, then the Democrats went crazy. Wait a minute. We don't know if she's telling the truth. Hold up. We can't believe her. Hold up, guys. Wait, don't listen to her. Wait, hold up, guys. This shit is funny as shit. Because they didn't think no names or anything was gonna come out. Because mostly Democrats is in that shit. So when Ghislaine came and like, all right, I'll give you names, and you know, she was probably like, Trump, if I give you some names, slide me with that good old pardon easy. You can slide that good old pardon easy over here, brother. And Trump, they don't have to say it, but they know the game. Like Trump is like, okay, I see you. Go ahead, drop them names, give MAGA a little meat to go after. That's really what it is. Them 100 names is a little meat to dangle in front of MAGA. And when they go after that, leave his ass alone because this motherfucker, he's struggling. This nigga going through it. So when they dangle that little meat in front of, you got your little pardon, girl. And then he's like, I don't know. He's like, you know, no one's asked me to pardon her. He said, but I could, you know, it's in my powers. I can pardon her. But it's like, you know, like, nigga, he already setting it up. That nigga already setting it up. You know, it's in my power. I can do it. Ghislaine about to go home, y'all. Ghislaine about to motherfucking crip walk out of jail. She about to be like, what up, kid? She is about to crip walk, sea walk all the way down. She about to do the Dub C sea walk. That's the real sea walk. If y'all don't know about Dub C from West Side Connect Gang, bing, bing, bang. That's the real sea walker. She gonna do the Dub C sea walk. But shout out to Ghislaine for being smart as shit, recognizing the damn fucking chance when she saw it. She took that shit. She was like, I see a opening and I'm taking it. See me an opening and I'm taking this bitch. So I can't blame her. Hey, good shot. She took that shot and got it, bam. So we're gonna see what's happening with that. It's funny how the DOJ never asked to talk to her before. You didn't want to know what she knew. you just we don't need to know. We don't need to know. Not at all. We don't need to know. Like, okay. So Obama ass is on the goddamn Obama ass is on the goddamn burner because of the distraction. They're not going to send Obama to jail. Trump know they're not going to send Obama to jail. But if he can use it as a distraction, then hey. Then also to cover up the Epstein files, Mike Johnson, bitch ass, he recessed Congress for the summer. So these they were so Rokana, one of the congressmen, he had put together, him and Thomas Massey, they put together this proposal to vote to get the Epstein, to release the Epstein files. They had enough votes on the proposal and they were going to put it forth and vote on it. But the proposal needs to be put up for 7 days. It needs to be up on the board for 7 days before it can come up for a vote. It was up on the board for 4 days, and Mike Johnson, bitch ass, recessed Congress for a month and a half. He's like, nigga, we going home. We ain't voting on this shit. Everybody going home for a month and a half. 6 weeks, bitch. Peace out. Deuces, my nigga. Wait a minute. What? Now, he just last week said we need to see what's in the Epstein file. He literally just said this about a week ago. But then the vote comes up to release what's in them, and you recess Congress, nigga? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you should know. It should be known that Mike Johnson has a couple of trophies in Khazarian ball gargling. He is this nigga's got the 100 dash ball gargle and the high jump ball gargle. He got the long jump ball gargle and the cross country ball gargle. He has all those trophies. So that's why Mike Johnson wouldn't release the files, because he knows Khazarian is in it, and he's getting supported heavily by AIPAC. So that's how that goes. Wait, what'd you say? The New Madrid fault line is about to shake up. Shake us up too? We'll see. What you say, Obama is done? Say Gerald Jokes, Obama is done running child trafficking out of the White House. We don't know yet. Allegedly. You gotta say allegedly. What'd you say? Must be tripping. All of this stuff is distraction. Though the volcano in Yellowstone is about to pop. Don't say that. I ain't putting that out there. No, it ain't. I cancel that. Fuck out of here with that shit. No, it ain't. We not saying that. No, it's not. We canceling that. We putting that in. We putting that energy out. But this is distraction, though. This is all distraction. Then moving along. Last couple of things I got. Oh, right after they recessed Congress, or right before they recessed Congress, a judge in Florida voted to not release the Epstein court files testimony. Why are they all trying to hide Epstein, y'all? This is about to be the motherfucking shit that undoes America. Undoes America. It's about to be undone, period. Unraveled. Because it should have been nothing. But this dumbass, Leon Lett clone, fumbling at the two because he didn't know how to handle it properly. And he's doing such Khazarian ball gargling and acting like, oh, you can't serve two masters, Trump. You can't ball gargle MAGA, America, and you can't ball gargle Khazarian at the same time, brother. You can't do it. And he's starting to see it's starting to fuck up for him. So moving along. Oh, last thing. In the UK, it's crazy. In the UK, the UK people are getting arrested for standing around with signs that say, I oppose genocide or support Palestine. If you stand around with a sign that says, I oppose genocide or I support Palestine, you're not speaking, you're not doing anything, you just got a sign, they will arrest you. How crazy is that? I'm trying to tell you, y'all better understand, y'all got it great in America. I know you don't believe it, but you do. You just need to take care of the shit you have. Yeah, it's dirty as shit, but you got a goddamn, you got a space age Lambo, but you're not using it. Yeah, it's dirty as shit. You only been using it to go to the grocery store, the liquor store, food market. You ain't really using it. Shit is sitting in the garage collecting dust. You only use it when you need to go to the goddamn store. But you have a space-age Lambo. This is what the vehicle of America is. It'll smash any other goddamn country as far as its principles and its laws and the rights it secures for its people. But you need to know what those are, and you need to assert those things. Because trust me, other people in America wish they could say what the fuck they wanted to say. You can. Going to jail? That's insane. UK, you need to stand up, man. The UK, you need to start standing up. This is ridiculous. They're going to have some type of revolution, free speech revolution in the UK pretty soon. It's inevitable. You can't just stifle people's speech. And it's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And even though the Brits are supposed to be these have manners and all that type of stuff and be controlled and they about to go crazy over in Britain. So moving along, going back to real quick, how he's trying to get Barack arrested, or he's using Barack as the political football to throw suspicion off of himself. When he's talking about Barack, about the Russiagate, every time he says Barack now, he says Barack Hussein Obama, right? He keeps saying this. Barack Hussein Obama. Why you keep saying his name Hussein in the middle? Why you know why he does that? Because he wants you to equate Barack with being a Muslim, Islam. Excuse me. He wants you to equate Barack with Islam. And which is, again, the opposite of the Khazars, who the Khazars are fighting with. So they're trying to show you that whole faction and group, Islam, Muslims, all of that is the bad guys, right? It's fucking crazy. They're the bad guys. So Barack Hussein Obama. Hey, we need to get some shirts with a hashtag that says Trump equals BB's bitch. We need to get that hashtag going. Trump equals BB's bitch. He ain't gonna like that. If that go viral, that'll really piss his ass off. Let's do that. let's get that popping. Wait, what'd you say? Says the government officials all got the what do you say? SAP tones. What's that? Sat phones, satellite phones. They've been getting ready for the coming disasters for a long time. Well, again, I don't put that energy out there like that. You understand the earth is alive. And so if you stop talking about that, give the earth some calming, soothing love energy so that it doesn't pop off like that. It's ready to go off when you're ready to blow your top, you pissed, right? Well, give the earth some cool, calm, soothing love energy. Maybe that'll calm her down so that she doesn't have to blow her goddamn top dealing with fucking humans all the goddamn time. Maybe she pissed about dealing with humans. Maybe we need to give her some love energy. Let's calm it down. So that's the energy I put out. What'd you say? He said, shit. Wait, who's it? Somebody said shit. Lucy Moore said shit. That's funny. So moving along, then Mr. No Wars, still in politics. Mr. No Wars, I will stop the Ukrainian war on the first day. He's sending missiles and drones, more missiles and drones to Ukraine. The place where Zelensky just signed a bill or refused to sign a bill into law that will stop investigations into corporate corruption. He refused to sign that bill that would do investigations into corporate corruption. He's like, nah, we don't need that. But this is the country that America is supporting. The United States is supporting. But he's giving him weapons, though, because Trump couldn't manipulate Putin. He's pissed because he thought Putin was a bitch, and Putin is a bigger gangster than him. He's figuring out. Like Putin's like, nigga, I was killing motherfuckers before you even thought about politics, fool. Now you gonna come up here, you think you about to fucking punk me, nigga, with your fake ass gangsterism, nigga, when I'm a real gangster, nigga. I done buried how many motherfuckers and you ain't, you full of shit. So a real G know a real G when they see one. Trump not a real G. He a fake gangster. This nigga ain't never fought nobody. Now he might be an alpha. He has alpha mentality, energy mentality. But if you put Trump in a fight, he'll get his ass beat. He ain't no real alpha. He ain't about that life. Not for real. He can talk that shit. That's why he's attracted to it. Because it's something that he's not. He's boom. He's attracted to motherfucking gangsters and hardcore motherfuckers. That's why he likes hardcore country leaders, you know, leaders of countries and shit, because he wants to be that. He fashions himself as that. Yo, Leah, appreciate you. Happy Saturday to you too. Thank you, girl. Always hooking me up with the Schwarmer donation. So Trump is a bitch, and Putin kind of smelt that out. He didn't know if he was crazy or whatever the first time. He didn't know. But now he can see when you tell him to do something and he don't do it, and then there's no repercussions from that. You a bitch. That's what that is. If you tell him to do something or you ask him to do something, Putin, I need you to do it, and he don't do it, and you act like before, if he doesn't do it, you're going to come down hard on him, and then when he does it, you're like, stop it, Putin, stop it. He like, this nigga is a ban. He is a BAN for real. We just gonna keep smashing out because he ain't really about that life. Straight up, wolf tickets. Straight up. That's Trump is all about wolf tickets. Straight up. Straight up about the wolf tickets. Oh, I forgot to say shout out to the Leos. We in Leo energy right now. We just crossed the Rubicon, the Leo Rubicon. So shout out to the Leos. My pops was a Leo, so shout out to the Leos. And he actually passed away on the Lions Gate 8/8, which is coming up in a little bit. But shout out to the Leos. We in the Leo cancer cuss Leos right now. Some of the emotional ass Leos. That's who we with right now. You emotional Leos. Sorry. But shout out to the Leos. So Trump, Putin smelt Punk's fake bitchness out, and he ain't never gonna do anything Trump say again, ever. So now that's why Trump is trying to cozy up to Zelensky now, because now he mad that Putin won't kiss his ass. So now he gotta, all right, yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'll just give everything to Ukraine and try to back Ukraine. All right, Putin's like, nigga, it doesn't matter. We done won this motherfucker a year ago. We just figuring out how much land we want to take at this point. So nigga, you can EAD, bitch. So then last thing I got in politics, Trump be fucking up, but then he does good shit because he just struck a deal with Japan, a trade deal with Japan. I mean, goddamn, like he's really doing. That's why he's like, focus on what I'm doing for America. I'm doing great, guys, over here. Nah, nigga, your ball gargling of Israel is really fucking your whole presidency. Yeah, because you are doing good mostly in America, because that's trade deal with I mean, not China, but Japan. It lowers or it allows them. So let me. So the deal with Japan will allow American goods into Japan at a lower tariff and lower the tariffs to 25 or the 25% tariffs on Japanese cars into Japan or from Japan to 15%. So Japan was previously paying 25% tariff for their cars to come into America. Trump dropped it to 15%. And now Americans will be able to send more goods over because they're lowering the tariffs over in Japan. So that means more Americans will be able to send their stuff to Japan, even though Japanese make better shit. Just saying. Just saying. Ever drove a Honda or a Honda Accord? Them motherfuckers last 80,000 years. Anybody who ever had a Honda Accord, you already know A Honda lasts 80,000 years. Them motherfuckers. Somebody gonna unearth a Honda in 1,000 years from now, and that shit gonna start up. That motherfucker gonna test that. Go, that shit is gonna start right on up. Hondas are no joke. But you say Elon is going to be upset with Trump for that? Yep. He is. You're right. But Trump did it to also fuck Elon. Because Elon spilled the beans that he was in the Epstein files. He wasn't supposed to do that. he spilled the whole beans about the Epstein file. So he was like, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. And and now he doing everything he can to fuck Elon over. So they got a little battle going on, but it's funny. So moving along. Oh, also the deal is going to mess up Canada because we were getting our cars from Canada, and now Canada was trying to be hardcore with their tariffs. So now that he struck this deal with Japan, this is going to force Canada to make a trade deal with America. And Canada president was just on the thing yesterday calling Trump a madman and crazy and all this and that. Now he got to strike a deal with Trump. Ha! Telling Trump is doing great shit for the American side of the game. It's the ball licking. It's the BB ball licking. That just fucks you up. So moving along, 20 attorney generals are suing the Trump administration for denying illegal immigrants federal benefits. 20 states are suing the Trump administration because he cut off federal benefits to illegal immigrants, not legal immigrants, guys, not actual legal immigrants who are over here properly, illegal immigrants. They cut off the federal. Nigga, I dare you. I dare you cut off Pablo. All that motherfucking water he swam over. I mean, all the hard work he did to get over here, right, Pablo? Jace. See, Jace. All right, Pablo, you go to the back. I'm gonna handle this. All right, Pablo. Now, goddamn it, give Pablo his money. All that hard work he did swimming. Coming over here. Right, Pablo? Yeah. Like, you did not swim over here, right, Pablo? Jace. No. Jess, no. Pablo, no. No. Jess, no. He's like, no, I did not. No, I no swim over here. No, I no swim. I walk over here. No, Pop, no, nigga. No, none of that either, nigga. So their complaint filed in the U.S. District Court, Rhode Island, alleges the Trump administration violated administrative law when it cut off illegal immigrants' access to programs including Head Start, mental health services in schools, 24/7 crisis hotlines, and shelters for people lacking housing. So I guess the federal government is supposed to pay for illegal immigrants' housing. All you got to do is make it to the end zone, and America got to take care of your ass. Is that the thing? That what they think? All you got to do is just break into the house, and once you break into the house owner is obligated to take care of your ass after that. They got to give you a cot and some blankets, 3 hot meals, let you wash your ass. No. You don't get to break in somebody's house, nigga, and avail yourself of the privilege of the house once you break in there. Oh, I got in. I'm good, guys, right? I got in. I'm in. I'm in. You didn't catch me. So, Ollie oxen free. Ollie oxen free. I called it. Nope. You had to catch me breaking in. That's the rules. Ollie, where's the manager? Where's the manager? I called Ollie oxen free. He's not following the rules. Like, nigga, Ollie what? Ollie what, nigga? It's gonna be Ollie pop a cap in your motherfucking ass if you don't get your bitch ass out my house in 3, 2, Ollie oxen free. Ollie oxen free. Nigga, every bullet is gonna say Ollie on it, nigga. That I pump at your ass. nigga, these people is crazy. All I gotta do is break in, and I'm safe. Nigga, that's not how the game works, bruh. That ain't how it works. So moving along, calling it Ollie Oxenfree. Moving along, the Biden administration is on the verge of being completely undone due to the auto pen. Them niggas have lost. The whole goddamn Biden administration was auto pen, and they are under investigation, and these niggas are scrambling to cover that shit up right now. So it says a major investigation of Biden's administration use of the auto pen may wipe out most, if not all, of the judges appointed by Biden. Like 200 and something judges, I think, were appointed during the Biden administration. All of them. Somebody outside my window. All of them. All of the judges about to get wiped out. Oh, shit. This is about to be man. America is coming undone. All of its fuckery is coming to light right now. And it's going to have to be remade. All of its fuckery is coming to the top. Nigga, coming to the, like, it's rising to the surface right now. All at the same time. All of America's fuckery is rising to the surface at the same time, which is ultimately going to undo America. Says, so sorry, Biden, but this is really going to, but it needs to be remade. The way it's made now, it's not equal. It's fucked up. It's corrupt. All the politicians are being, blackmailed by other governments because these niggas are so undisciplined and out here just have to tap every goddamn thing that move so they can get caught in compromising situations, and then they just give America up because they don't want to, they can't be put out on they shit can't come to light. So America needs to be remade. All of its fuckery, all of its dark shit needs to be shown so that it can't happen again. So, and that's what's happening in this new air age. Everything is coming to light. We are in the apocalypse, guys. I kept telling you guys, apocalypse, the uncovering, the unveiling. This shit is going down. So moving along, I'm telling you, the one dude who's killing it right now, I'm gonna tell you, motherfucking RFK Jr. That motherfucker is low key Floyd Mayweather in this bitch. He is this motherfucker is dipping and diving and bobbing and weaving and spinning, and I mean RFK low key, if this shit comes unraveled, he could probably be the new next president based off the new ideals and character that the people would want America to have. It's probably RFK. This motherfucker's killing it because what did he find? RFK orders changes for organ donation networks as report finds dozens were not dead when their organs were harvested. This RFK, the one did an investigation and found that most of the organ donation places. So this is why I always said you should never fill out that donor card. You should never fill out that donor card, because if you get in an accident and you are anywhere near look like you dead, they're not going to try to revive you. They're not going to try to revive you. So the podcast where I saw this story on, they showed a guy who was on the table. They was getting ready to cut his organ out. They was getting ready to cut his shit out. And then he was moving. He was like, he was moving on the table. And one of the nurses in there was like, I don't think we should cut. I don't think we should operate. And then the doctor said, no, that's just muscle spasms. They always do that before. He said that's just muscle spasms. That happens all the time when they're dead on the table, when they're dead after death. They really get muscle spasms. And then he just kept like, this motherfucker was like, and she kept saying, I don't know if muscle spasms. And then this motherfucker hopped up off the table. That nigga hopped up and was like, oh, bitch, motherfucker. He started slapping motherfuckers and shit. This motherfucker got off and started slapping the shit out of people. But he's now in a video at a wedding dancing. The nigga who they was gonna kill and take his organs. He was on death's door. This nigga is now in a video dancing with his girl, his wife. Chilling, looking perfectly fine. But they was gonna kill that nigga and take his organs. Yeah, that's the repo man. Yup. Hey, what you know about that, Roger Gross? What you know about the repo man, son? You don't know about that repo man, boy. But so this is the story. Amid reports that organ donors may be at risk for having their body parts harvested while still alive and kicking, the Trump administration has launched a sweeping reformation of the U.S. organ transplant system. The move, announced by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, comes on the heels of an investigation by the department's Health Resources and Services Administration that revealed disturbing practices by a major organ procurement organization. Our findings show that hospitals allowed the organ procurement process to begin when patients showed signs of life, and this is horrifying, Kennedy said in a statement. No shit, Kennedy. Nigga, they you alive and they try to cut your shit out. God damn, this is almost in line with the serpent in the rainbow. Anybody seen the serpent in the rainbow? Where they would give those people the puffer fish poison, and the motherfuckers couldn't move. And this nigga was alive though, and he couldn't move, and they was burying people and cutting them up and shit. So if you haven't seen Serpent in the Rainbow, wow. Matter of fact, I think I may go see that. May go watch that again after the live stream. But that was a dope ass movie. Scary as shit. Scared the hell out of me. But yes, the repo man. So then it says the organ procurement organizations that coordinate access to transplants will be held accountable. The entire system must be fixed to ensure that every potential donor's life is treated with sanctity or with the sanctity it deserves. The administration directed the Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network, which links organ donation and transplantation professionals throughout the country, to reopen a case involving potentially preventable harm to a neurological injured patient by federally funded organ procurement organization serving Kentucky, Southwest Ohio, and part of West Virginia. The department did not name the organization. So I think they're trying to say one organization is doing this, but nah. Hell to the nah. It's more than one organization. The New York Times recently reported that the federal inquiry had begun last fall after 36-year-old. This is the guy. After 36-year-old Kentuckian Anthony Thomas Hoover's organs were pursued even as he shook his head and drew up his knees to his chest. That nigga was like, He covered his body up. He was like, nah, they was trying to pull his body apart. Like, come on, my nigga, can we get that kidney, my nigga? We got a buyer, my nigga. We got a buyer, cuz he in the next room. He done paid us $350, my nigga. Come on. This nigga was like, how you gonna you are murdering somebody at that point. You ain't procuring an organ. You're murdering somebody. When this nigga is up holding his knees to his chest, screaming, hell no, and you still trying to kill? Oh, fuck that shit. I done went crazy and grabbed the scalpel and killed everybody in that bitch. Straight up. I'd have grabbed the scalpel and killed everybody in that bitch. Allegedly. Motherfucker. Straight. Nigga, I'm telling you no, and you still trying to cut me open? That means you trying to murder me, nigga. We thank you for showing me where we at. You trying to kill me. Thank you for letting me get into the right headspace. Now I know what you trying to kill me, nigga. Devil mode is on, bitch. Now, if I turn on devil mode, nigga, that's a wrap for everybody in this motherfucker. Tell you that shit right now. You do not want devil mode on. You want that shit to stay completely off. Says the New York Times recently reported that the federally. Hold on, I read that part. So he shook his head and drew his knees to his chest. Hoover's sister, Donna, had previously told NPR that she felt betrayed by the fact that the people that were telling us he was brain dead, and then he wakes up. They told the family he was brain dead, y'all. Wow. Goddamn. They told the family he was brain dead. That's crazy. And then he wakes up shaking his head. Would you say? Yeah, he said, turn it on. No, leave devil mode off. Can't turn devil mode on. Trust me, I'm trying to tell you, brother Mel. Come on, brother Mel. Got to turn devil mode off, brother Mel. He said, turn it on, bro. KB. Boy. Nigga, I devil mode, nigga, go blank. Everybody, I wake up like, oh shit, I killed everybody. Oh shit. I killed everybody. Oh, goddamn. I didn't mean to kill the whole goddamn. Oh shit, my bad. That's what happened in devil mode. Ain't nobody safe. No one is safe, motherfucking devil mode. So shout out to RFK Jr. Again, sounds like I just keep repeating that every week or every other week. This nigga's doing some awesome shit. So low key, while Trump is fucking everything up, he is laying the foundation for things to be good in the future, to be great in the future. And it really does start with your health. Everything starts with your health. So shout out to RFK. We can get that going because they just showed that America had a record number of low births this year. This is all Americans, not just white people, not just Caucasians, all Americans. Record number of low births. So America's not reproducing itself. All this utopian bullshit got people not wanting to relate in the natural way, wanting them to express themselves and identify with the other goddamn fucking sex, which means you ain't gonna have sex with the opposite sex if you identify with the opposite. This is ridiculous. It's population control going perfectly as what they designed. So moving along, 100 mil. There's a $100 million fire aid money. So remember the fires burned down in Cali. So they did a concert called Fire Aid. Right. So all these people, all these super celebrities came out for Fire Aid, raised over $100 million. But now the funds are gone. And no Californians got any money. Who could have thought? Who would have thought that? Dealing with Gavin bitch-ass Newsom and nonprofits or non-governmental organizations, NGOs, that the $100 million was going to get lost. Sure. So it says an investigation by journalist Sue Pascal suggests millions raised during the star-studded Fire Aid concert may not be reaching directly to wildfire victims. Pascal, editor of Circling the News, has been digging for answers as she was among the Southern California residents who lost their homes to the Palisades fire. That's why she pissed. That's why she on the case. Like, bitch, where my money at? Where my check, bitch? Huh? Oh, I'm on. She got on there. She started investigating. See, when it's you, it's a little different, huh? Rich people. When shit happened to you, you get a little more involved. Okay. Says, a reader sent me a little note and said, I've never seen any fire aid money, Pascal. Pascal said. There's 12,000 people, basically, homes gone. So 12,000 people, basically, their homes are gone. Those people probably want to know where the money is. Yep, they might. Fire Aid concert was held earlier in the year to raise money for the wildfire survivors. The concert series held at the Inuit Dome and Kia Forum in Inglewood, out here, featured big names like Billie Eilish, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Really? Katy Perry, Green Day, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and many others. The funds raised the funds raised came from ticket sales, sponsorship, donations, and gifts. Clippers owner Steve Ballmer and his wife Connie Ballmer also pitched in, vowing to match all the pledges received in an announcement earlier this year. So where's the money going? This is the report. So what we know, earlier this spring, it was revealed the money raised during the concert. My light keeps going on here. Dang it. Oops. The money raised during the concert would be distributed in phases. The first round of grants, which were distributed in February, provided $50 million in relief to more than 120 nonprofit organizations. Not people, not the victims, because the fire aid was like, we partner with organizations because we don't directly give the money. We give it to the nonprofit organizations who then go out and help the fire victims. Like Gavin Newsom was trying to say that he don't directly help the homeless people. They give it to the NGOs, and the NGOs supposed to help the homeless people, right? Bullshit. This is the scam that goes on, everybody. If you want good money, you want government money, build you an NGO. Not saying to do it, but that seems to be the way motherfuckers are getting paid right now. So went to 120 nonprofit organizations. Officials said the grants supported families, displaced homeowners, foster youth, seniors, small business owners, first responders, artists, and others with emergency housing, food assistance, trauma counseling, direct financial relief, child care, and animal welfare services. That's what it was supposed to do. So they didn't do that, though. They gave the money in the report. The money went out to no one involved in California. A lot of these organizations ain't even in California. The NGOs that had nothing to do with fires. They had, organizations that was, like music organization. Just crazy shit that had nothing to do with fire. Why is fire aid going to organizations to fund music shit and shit like that? What the hell is going on? He says, Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar needs an NGO. Where the school at, Dr. Hey, Dr. Umar, where the school at, cuz? Huh? Where the goddamn school, man? Everybody else out here can build a goddamn school in 2 weeks. Your bitch ass can't build one in 20 years. Ain't even been caping for this school for 20 years. Where the school at? Goddamn, man. Well, you just got to build a school. You got to have to take care of the school. You got to fund the school. You got to do it. All right, nigga. There's a lot of people doing that. Why ain't you doing that? Where the money at? Better get you one of them NGOs, bro. Hold on. Make sure y'all get out and get this wonderful FAFO shirt. Bam, right here. The Afrocentric Ernie Barnes inspired FAFO shirt. Make sure you go and cop it, realnagas.com, peoples. So it says the 25. In the second phase of grants, fire aid officials said earlier in the year that the upcoming round focuses on long-term recovery and restoring stability, connection, and well-being across the communities. And then the 25 million will go towards supporting initiatives around the financial and housing stability, mental health and trauma services, and community infrastructure. Additional funding will also go towards blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. They found that none of that money went there. That money went to external NGOs that had nothing to do with California fire aid or helping fire victims. And this is the scam. You want to get money from the government? Build you a goddamn NGO that says you're going to help the public or a public problem, right? So this is what happens. They find some type of public problem, like housing or homelessness. When I mean housing, because that means they can also there's also organizations who fix what is it? Downtrodden housing and shit like that. So people who fix up housing, and then there's also people who put people in housing. So they do that type of stuff. Yo, Brandon Terry, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man, for the Cash App. Everybody hit the Cash App. Appreciate you guys. Also, make sure you get out there, get the great book of Melanin Research, get the hard copy. You get the whole free package right here, the whole police stop law package, and you get the free Rapstrology t-shirt right here. Volume 1 on the Rapstrology side of the game. I'm working on volume 2 right now. It's in the works. I already got the first drawing, and it's off the chain. The first drawing is off the chain. And like I said, I left out I left out Slick Rick and Melly Mel. Those are two of the people who are on it this time. So again, get the hard copy book. You get the whole police stop law package, plus you get a free Rapstrology t-shirt. But you have remember to send me an email letting me know which size and color you want. Very important. What size, what color, all right? So, all right, getting back. So it's funny. They still have some of this money, and they're in phase 3 funding. And if you have a nonprofit, you can go apply for the funding. Ain't that crazy? If you have a nonprofit, you can actually go apply for this funding. So big scam all the way around, man. Oops. So moving along, damn it. In Skittle news, I didn't think there was going to be any Skittle news, but the Skittles were skittling this week. So let me see. All right, here we go. So some trans migrants, or a trans migrant, sticks his nose out in the air or up in the air as I'm saying he, but they're saying she, as she appears in court accused of graping a child in the New York City park bathroom. So this person raped a kid in the New York City bathroom and then got arrested, and in the trial or in the hearing in the court, they're trying to make fun of the goddamn court. No sorrow, no remorse whatsoever for what happened, right? Okay, throw this bitch ass under the jail. A transformer migrant, illegal immigrant, appeared in court yesterday after being arrested for graping a 14-year-old boy in the park. Oh, man. That's some bullshit. He was that old? What? Oh, man. Somebody need to allegedly beat the living snot out of this motherfucker. God damn. Wow. Yeah, that's bull. Yeah, 14. I mean, that's all the fight back. But if that means if you was, man, that would have to be really violent if a kid was 14. God damn. So yeah, man, the Skittles are skittling. You see? You see how the Skittles are skittling. So it says Nicole Suarez, 30, allegedly followed a boy into the bathroom at Thomas Jefferson Park in East Harlem. He was a brother? Oh. Now, I don't know New York. Y'all let me know. Is Harlem still black? Or is it what? Is it Puerto Ricans? What is it? Dominicans? I don't know. I mean, not that that's cool either. Let me just say that ain't cool either. But maybe because this person is Hispanic. The illegal immigrant is the transformer is Hispanic. So maybe they were trying to in that area because they were more Hispanic. So I don't know. Harlem used to be brothers. I don't know. Is Harlem still brothers? Oh, and you said that's Spanish Harlem? All right. That's part of okay. I didn't know. What you say? Oh, East Harlem Latinos. Okay. And you say a lot of Harlem is straight up gentrified with okay, yeah, that's true. like Fort Greene that they rap. They used like that Most Def and them used to rap about. Yeah, I heard that shit is all gentrified now. East Harlem, god damn. Says the boy reportedly left the bathroom and flagged down people nearby who called the police. The migrant, the illegal immigrant, was then charged with first-degree rape and stalking. Suarez wore head-to-toe beige prison garb and a full face of makeup as she stuck her nose up in the air at the court appearance on Thursday. She scowled as officers led her into the courtroom. Led her into the courtroom. Her expressions even more pronounced due to her heavy contour, pinned eyebrows, and bright pink lipstick. So this motherfucker has the nerve to grape a 14-year-old boy, damn near a man. You're at 14, you damn near a man. And thumb their nose up at it in court. Oh yeah. Put that motherfucker with the gangsters who look down on that shit. Throw them in that part of the jail. Oh, that's what you like? Okay. Throw you in this side of this part of the jail, bro. For sure. Get you a nice little cozy cell in this part of the jail where no one can hear you screaming. Goodbye. Good luck. Just leave your ass right there, nigga. So, goddamn shame. So, moving along, still in Skittle news, the Transformer Medic Row, which is this is something in I think in the UK. So it says transgender medic row could be viewed as a hate crime, consultant tells the tribunal. So let's read how this goes out. A consultant previously overheard a nurse saying she did not believe it was possible to change sex and felt that a dispute with a transformer doctor could be considered to be a hate crime. An employment tribunal has heard. So this is a nurse who was, I think, forced to change in the room, in the women's room with a transformer doctor, and was scared to say something about it, but I guess eventually said something. So it says Nurse Sandy Peggy was suspended after she complained about having to share a changing room with the transformer medic, Dr. Beth Upton at Victorian Hospital in Kirkcaldy, Fife on Christmas Eve in 2023. This happened in 2023. She was placed on special leave after Dr. Upton made an allegation of bullying and harassment and cited concerns about patient care. Ms. Peggy has lodged a claim against the NHS Fife and Dr. Upton, citing the Equality Act of 2010, including sexual harassment related to a protected belief, like, nigga, I can believe this if I want, indirect discrimination, and victimization. My understanding is incidents of aggressive or abusive behavior directed to anyone of a protected characteristic could be considered to be a hate crime. So they got suspended because they felt someone felt that they were committing a hate crime. But then she was like, oh, if it's about protected classes or whatever, well, my beliefs are protected too. So you suspending me is also a hate crime, is it not? Let's tell the court. Let's let the court decide. If what I did was hate speech, then my belief should also be protected, and you committing action against my belief is also a hate crime. Good way to spin it. When you're a lawyer, this is the shit you got to do. You got to be able to read the law and be able to spin the word as it's written. Again, it's called the letter of the law, but it doesn't say how you have to interpret that law. If you can get the court to see that law the way you see it, then boom, you win. That's why the most creative people, the most creative lawyers win. It's not the best lawyers, it's the most creative lawyers. The lawyer who can get the court or the jury to see the law as they see it. If they have a new interpretation of what they're reading, and then they can get the court to see it that way, boom, you win. So again, most creative person wins in court. You said, yes, it is a hate crime. He's like, it's a hate crime to kick her off the job for her beliefs. That's right, goddammit. Nama said, it's a goddamn hate crime. I'm with you, girl. He says, women are under attack by the government while relationships have been undermined by, yep. It's sad. It's man, where is this shit going to end? No one wants to be in relationships no more. I mean, this girl was walking down the park. She was dressed all sexy, and she was screaming, how come nobody's talking to me? She was like, no men are saying anything. Oh my God, what I wouldn't give for a construction worker to whistle right now. Like nobody is talking to nobody out. It's crazy. Women have made men scared of shit to talk to them because every time a man try to talk to you, you act like he harassing you and shit. How dare you? Don't talk to me. Back up. Why you talking? No, I'm sorry. No, I have a boyfriend. Y'all be acting fucked up. So niggas be like, fuck that shit. Ain't about to talk to your bitch ass then. Let y'all deal with that shit yourself. See, women, y'all better change. You need to change your style. If you want dudes to start talking to y'all again, y'all better feminine up. Start being more feminine and stop with that masculine shit, that turning off. Masculine energy rejects masculine energy. Learn science. Very simple science. Opposites attract. Likes repel. If you're going to be aggressive and talk crazy, that's male energy, masculine energy. That's going to repel a man. You want a man to be attracted to you, you have to be more feminine. We'll talk about that shit too. So moving along. What'd you say? Yes, they call it eye harassing. God damn. Really? That's the new shit? Harassing by harassing with your eyes, eye harassing. And that's what they do in the gym now, where they'll set up a camera and wait for somebody to be looking at them or staring at them, and then they'll catch that on the camera and then put them on Instagram. Like a man ain't supposed to stare at a pretty woman. What the hell you in here looking like that for? Why are you trying to look nice? So man can look at your ass. Maybe some of y'all are gay. Maybe some of them are gay and want women to look at them. But why are you wearing that? If you don't want nobody to look at you, wear big ass baggy sweatpants and big ass baggy sweatshirt. Wear a trash bag to the gym, bitch, if you don't want nobody looking at you. But other than that, a man is going to look at you because he is a man. Hopefully. And they have testosterone and it's attracted to estrogen. So when they be doing this shit, I like this dude. It's a brother named, I don't know if y'all heard of this cat. His name is Joey Swole. Y'all ever see Joey Swole? It's a Caucasian dude who be exposing these chicks who try to embarrass men in the gym for looking at them, or for not helping them and stuff when they need help. So it was a chick who got caught and she needed some help in the gym and no man came to help her ass. And she was trying to shit on men for not helping her. Like, look, y'all asked for this. You asked to be left alone. All right, there you go. So women, you need to change up the game. You better start being more feminine, letting men know that you are attracted to them so that they can. That's what that shit is about. When you look at a guy, give him nice eyes, a smile, all that type of stuff. That lets them know that you like them, that you're into them. You gotta start doing that shit again, ladies. You gotta start giving signals again, letting guys know. At this point, you might have to just start being bold and letting motherfuckers know right up, like, oh, hey, dudes are so goddamn standoffish and scary as fuck now. They so shell shocked. So, ladies, get back to the old. Would you say I harass a lot? I harass a lot. 100%. All true, man. Shout out Alexander O'Neal. That's right. Alexander O'Neal. Shout out to Alexander O'Neal. Alexander O'Neal had some hits, man, back in the day. Him and Sherelle. Alexander O'Neal and Sherelle. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So moving along, in the science and the weird, let's see what's happening in here. I think it's a lot, actually. This may take up the whole rest of the goddamn. Let's see. In the science and the weird, the possibility of hostile alien threat was detected in an unknown interstellar object. A shocking new study claims. Why is it hostile? What makes it hostile? How do they know that? It's like so many goddamn light years away. Or even if it ain't light years away, it's probably just years away. It can still be years away. How do you know it's hostile? Just throwing that out there, huh? They're hostile. They want to kill us. The aliens are coming. So the aliens are coming, guys. Hold up. Hey, what'd you say? No, he says I was looking at this really nice looking dude the other day, and he caught me doing so. I thought he was masculine, but then he rolled his eyes at me. What? He rolled his eyes at you? What? Oh, damn. The hell's going on, man? See? This is, man, it is getting ridiculous. God damn. Even in the gym, these niggas be skipping in there in shorts and shit. I be like, oh, bruh. Some lady, real quick. So, you know, I've been working out in the gym a long time, personal training and whatnot. So, and I'm triple alpha. I'm a triple alpha male. All love all women. And so, not that I mess with all, but I love them all. And so I'm in the gym. I be looking all the time. And so this one lady, she was on the this is an older lady. She was on the elliptical machine, and I didn't know she was watching. So I was in at the boxing bag, just hitting the bag, bam. But it's in front of this mirror, in front of the locker room. So and it's right in front of the ladies' locker room. I don't know why they put it right there, but thank God they did. But the boxing area is right in front of the ladies' locker room. So anybody goes to the ladies' locker room, I can see them. So I'm hitting the bag, bam, bam, killing it. And then when somebody goes to the locker room, I'm like, oh snap. So this lady on the treadmill, she was watching me the whole time. And so she got off the treadmill and she came over to me, and I thought she was gonna talk crazy. And she said, you know what? It is so nice to see a red-blooded masculine man who likes women. And I was like, she said, you keep on going, brother. I was like, you show you right, girl. I said, show you right, girl. Goddamn. She said, it's so nice to see a red-blooded masculine man who likes women. I was like, you goddamn right, because goddamn. But it was such a shock to her that she had to actually come and tell me, which is crazy. But again, so back to the aliens. Who said they hostile? Who said they was hostile? So it says, boom, here's the story. A hostile alien spacecraft that's slated to attack our planet in November. How you know that? November, according to a controversial new study by a small group of scientists. Scientists, okay. The consequences, should the hypothesis turn out to be correct, could potentially be dire for humanity, the researchers wrote in the inflammatory paper, which was published July 16th to the print server ARXIV. I don't know what the hell that is. Archive? Oh, I guess that spells archive in a crazy way. Archive, Southwest News Service reported. Y'all ready? You ready? You ready for Glock? Glock is ready, baby. Glock is coming. Glock is coming to kill us all. Apparently. I'm ready for you, Glock. Trust me, brother. You don't want to come by here, motherfucker. I promise you, glue glock. You do not want to come over here, my alien easy. That'll be the last thing you ever did, bruh. But apparently the white people are scared. So this is again Project Bluebeam, where they're gonna introduce a giant alien threat so that they can bring everybody together. And it is one world government bullshit. So this small group of scientists say that a hostile alien threat is gonna be here in November. All right, well, let's see. Let's see. We'll wait. I'll wait. It says yeah. November. Yeah, it says November. So we'll see. I'll wait. So moving along. Hurry up, Google. I'm waiting for you, my nigga. Moving along. Quantum physics reveals there is no such thing as things. Huh. I guess all this stuff don't exist, everybody. This is, I don't know. No such thing as things. They say there is no such thing as individuality in the quantum realm. All right, let's see what we're talking. They sound like they about to try to cook. They about to throw in the olive oil on the grill, on the pan. All right. Throw the olive oil in the iron skillet. Quantum physics doesn't just rewrite quantum physics doesn't just rewrite our equations, it dismantles our ontology. From uncertainty to entanglement, the theory breaks the classical idea of the world as made of individual objects with identities and properties. In the quantum realm, philosophers of science, Olympia Lombardi, this is a funny way to spell the word Olympia, but Olympia Lombardi argues there are no separate things, only an undivided whole. Oh, Olympia, you cooking with some hot avocado oil, girl. On the most fundamental level, there is no individual. Y'all know avocado oil, you can make that real hot and it don't burn. It has a high smoke point. That's why you should be using that instead of olive oil or anything. If you're going to fry anything like that, you should be using avocado oil. It's not saturated fat, it's not a carcinogen. So when you burn oil, it becomes a carcinogen, meaning cancerous. So avocado oil has a very high smoke point, meaning it doesn't become cancerous when you cook with it. So you should be using avocado oil. And it costs a little bit more, but it's better for you. So Olympia over here cooking with some hot avocado oil, y'all. Shit. Break it down, Olympia. No such thing as individuality. We are all one whole. Now, if you have been into spirituality at any point in time, you know this. The conscious realm, we all know this. The one whole. There's only one. Alone means all one. We know this. We are all connected. Aang told you that in the Avatar. When he was in, that was in the book 2 season, the Earth season, when he was in the swamp. Anybody remember the Avatar when he went to the swamp and he was fighting the big swamp monster or whatever? And it was them dudes, it was water benders in there, and they could control the water in the vines, and they made it look like a monster. But then Aang, he connected to the ultimate, the tree that was in the forest, and it was a life form that connected to all the things in the swamp. And he was like, because we're all connected. Bam. And he put his hand on the thing and he went to the Avatar state. And that's how because Sokka and Katara was lost. And so he needed to find them. So he connected to all of the living plants and everything within the forest. And he told him where Sokka and Katara was. So if you've been on your Avatar shit, you already know this, pimp. We know this, Olympia. Glad you just found out, though. But yeah, quantum physics. Just like we talked about quantum entanglement in the brain, in cells, being the true way cells operate. And all that means is they vibrate at the same frequency. Quantum just means to vibrate at the same frequency. That's really the base form of quantum, meaning things at a distance when they harmonize. That's the meaning of it, but they harmonize because they vibrate at the same frequency. That's the ultimate underlying information of quantum theory, quantum physics. Things at a distance being able to sync up, but they only do that because they vibrate at the same frequency. So shout out to Olympia for just finding this out, something that the ancients knew for thousands of years. But shout out to you, Olympia. You own your trail, girl. Appreciate you. Thank you, Olympia. He says Democrats gonna have our vacuum cleaners voting. Them niggas is crazy. Democrats is fucking, they out here with the shit. He says that show Quantum Leap, man. Who remembers Quantum Leap? That was off the chain. Scott Bakula. That was crazy. And remember the ones where he jumped into the black people? Remember the ones where he jumped into the black folks? And he jumped into the black folks back in slavery time? Y'all remember that shit? Hey! Nigga found out really how it went down, huh? Not really, but you know, because he wasn't really the black guy, but he did play the part as a slave. Man, Quantum Leap was dope. He actually jumped into a few black people back in that show. So shout out to Olympia once again. Moving along. Gravity may be an illusion. Experts discover fluctuating space-time flooding the galaxies. Gravity may be an illusion. What? Okay. Let's see what the story says. Have you ever stopped to think that gravity, that force we are used to, that keeps planets in orbit, tides in motion, and our feet firmly planted on the ground, might be an illusion? Yeah. They break this off from another science, but let's see what they say. A recent discovery, not recent, has shaken the foundations of physics, revealing an even more surprising truth. What we thought was gravity may actually be a consequence of a deeper and more mysterious phenomena occurring at the heart of the universe. Yeah. Vibration. Yes. Frequency and vibration. Something that affects even galaxies and unimaginable something that affects even galaxies at unimaginable distances. And the big revelation, space-time. This invisible fabric we understand as a constant of the cosmos is fluctuating. Huh? Fluctuating. Can anybody tell me what causes fluctuation? When something is fluctuating, what is it actually doing? Can anybody tell me? What can you break it down in simple form? When something is fluctuating, what is it doing in essence? What is it doing, guys? Come on. Who? I know someone knows. What is it doing when something is fluctuating? It is switching polarity, blah blah. Okay. Not remaining constant. Vibe, there it is. Thank you, Miss Jeannie. It's vibrating. Ultimately, the essence of what it's doing is vibrating. Everything, I'm telling you, learn the science of vibration, frequency, and vibration, and you will unlock, or just learn the science of frequency and vibration, and you will unlock the secrets of the universe. Even Tesla was talking about this. This is what he broke down. Frequency and vibration is at the heart and root of everything within the universe. And if you can unlock those secrets, You can master it like he did with that little vibration box he had that he almost brought a building down. It was like a little tiny box like this. It was like about this big. And it could go to any frequency that he wanted. And Tesla went to a building and put the shit on the building and turned the frequency on and almost brought the building down. Go look that shit up. So frequency and vibration. So it says, let's remember that gravity, let's remember that gravity is one of the 4 fundamental forces of nature, and it has always been one of the most mysterious. Newton's physics gave us the first concrete explanation of how it works, and Einstein's theory of general relativity deepened it, explaining how mass curves space-time. So mass, giant mass, curves, if it has enough weight and volume, it curves space-time. They're saying the mass of it bends actual space-time. Gravity then seemed to have a simple explanation, a force that pulls everything towards the center, keeping the universe in equilibrium. However, this understanding began to be challenged with the emergence of quantum mechanics, which deals with the behavior of subatomic particles. The point is that while quantum mechanics works flawlessly on tiny scales and relativity wonderfully describes behavior on large scales, the two models simply don't fit when applied to extreme situations, such as the interior of black holes or the early universe. So they're now just finding out that gravity is vibration and frequency. It's a wave. It's like everything else. Gravity is a wave. And so they broke this down in some other things. See, Bob Lazar broke this down. Excuse me. Bob Lazar broke this down back in the day. So it's been out for at least 20 some odd years, but they just now got a hold of it, apparently. So shout out to Bob Lazar, because he was breaking this shit off for 30 years at this point. So, and look up Tesla. Tesla was breaking all this stuff down 100 years ago. So moving along, an entire hidden layer of reality may be lurking just below the standard model of physics. You're saying there's a whole other world under your world, but it's in the physical realm. It's not like the etheric plane. They're not saying it's the etheric realm. They're saying it's actually in the physical plane, but you just can't see it. There's a whole, and that don't mean they're not talking about the bacteria world or nothing like that. They ain't talking about that. So why? Just listen. The discovery of the Higgs boson hasn't led to an explosion of the new physics as many predicted. Now, some scientists think that hidden physics may be hiding beyond the LHC's view. This is the Hickson something, the collider, the LH, the whatever collider. So it says, although CERN's Large Hadron Collider has made the lasting impact on particle physics, it hasn't yet opened up a whole new frontier of particle physics like some scientists expected. One scientist championed a theory that the new physics could be hiding in what he calls the Zeptospheres. Excuse me. No, not Zepto. Excuse me. Zepto universe. Goddamn. The Zepto universe. The realm of objects on the scale of the zeptometer, which is 1 quintillionth of a meter. 1 quintillionth of a meter. Goddamn. And that the best way to explore that universe is through observing Kuhn and B meson decays. Whoever knows what that is, you can look that up. Kuhn, like the regular Kuhn, Koon, Excuse me. No, Kaon. Excuse me. Not Coon. Kaon. The copy there. Read that wrong. Transcendental. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the cash app. And everybody who's sending the cash out, appreciate you guys. He says work was slow, picking up again. For sure. Appreciate you, brother. So it's the Kaon and B Meson. So Kaon, Kaon, and B Meson, Meson decays. So it says future colliders will likely be able to directly observe the Zepto universe, but for now, studying these decays could help us find new physics within the decay. So there's another universe below this one, but it's in the physical realm, detectable. Now, who just showed that? What movie just showed that? Does anybody know? Yeah, the mic. What'd you say? It says, oh, they found the micronauts in the microverse. Okay. Where's that from? You got to say where that's from. Really? Is this why people are disappearing in national parks, portals, and David Pollack, Art Bell? Okay, maybe. So come on, what movie? Can somebody tell me? I don't see it. You got it with Micronauts, but where's that from? What movie? Yeah, Ant-Man. There you go. Yes, that's where Kang was. In that little super subparticle universe, but it was real. It was in the physical realm. That's I forgot what was the name of that universe that Kang lived in. Does anybody remember the name of the universe Kang lived in? Damn it, what was it? Anybody remember? Yo, ET6, thank you, brother, for the cash app, and everybody in the cash app. Appreciate you guys. What was that universe? What'd you say? Oh, reposition my arm. Is it blocking my face? Oh. Is that better? For sure. Got you. So if you didn't see it, you definitely got to see the Kang one. They kind of show it in part 2 a little bit, I think, but really in part 3. So they found the Kang verse, apparently. So moving along. Also, it was in Loki. That universe was also in the TV show Loki. So if you want to see Loki, you can watch it. So moving along, still in the science and the weird. There's a whole bunch of shit in the science and the weird. Now your body can be fingerprinted and tracked using Wi-Fi signals. Oh shit. About to pop up, baby. Your body can be fingerprinted and tracked using Wi-Fi signals. Man. So it says a new system, a new system developed by researchers in Rome can identify specific people and their locations within 95% accuracy. This is crazy. This is they had this on what's the show? Oh, damn it. Will Smith. Damn it. Goddamn. Enemy of the State. Goddamn, I cannot remember that shit for nothing. Enemy of the State. Anybody remember they had this in Enemy of the State back then? Way back then. They was tracking Will in the hotel. Remember, he went to the hotel and he had to take all his shit. And he had to get they told him, Gene Hackman told him he had all those bugs in him and shit. And then they was tracking his ass in the hotel. That's the same shit. The Wi-Fi. So it says, as if you didn't have enough to worry about, when it comes to surveillance, researchers have discovered a new way to identify and track people using Wi-Fi signals. And I'm not talking about anything relating to your electronic devices. This tech can identify a specific individual person and track them in a physical space and across locations based on how their body interacts with Wi-Fi signals. You have a special fingerprint, Wi-Fi fingerprint of how your energy, your electromagnetic field interacts with the Wi-Fi field. This is what they're tracking. Your aura, everybody, for the layman people, your aura. They're tracking your aura and how it blends with the Wi-Fi. And it gives off a specific fingerprint for you. How crazy is that? And they can track your ass based off your aura and where you go after that. Boy, this shit's going crazy. What'd you say? Movies are the way of getting around karma. Yep. By letting you know what they're doing. Yep. I've always said that. Yep. You got to tell you the truth. That's the game, the science. In order to thwart karma with shit that you're doing to someone else, you have to tell them what you're doing. Once you make it known, it becomes consensual, and then it becomes them on them if they don't want it to happen. If I tell you, if I tell you, hey, I'm about to go in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. About to go in the fridge, grab that chicken, about to go grab me some bread, some mayonnaise, we'll put a little hot sauce and ketchup in there, make me some spicy mayonnaise. About to go get me some tomato. I'm in your kitchen. And you just sitting up there like, you just on your phone, just as this nigga's telling you that. And you just, all right, about to go in there, boy. Oh, it's the last of it. And you don't say anything. Then that's on you. That's on you. They tell you what the fuck they're doing, and then you allow them to do it. After that, that's on you. My hands is washed. I told you what I was doing. You let me do it. So, Enemy of the State was absolutely telling you. And if you don't remember, man, that holds up. That movie holds up. Go watch that shit again. That movie absolutely holds up. Shout out to Regina King. Boy, goddamn Regina King. When I was at that damn party with you, I was at a fundraiser with Regina King. Man, I couldn't pull it off, man. I was standing right in front of her. I was getting ready to talk. We had talked before in the early in the night, and we were standing out waiting for the goddamn taxi. And Regina King was standing right there with two of her homegirls, and I was just standing there with my homie, and I was like, I bitched out, y'all. And she was single at the time, but she was talking to the two homegirls. I didn't want to go over there and mess it up. I bitched out, y'all. No. Regina King. We hit it off that night too. She was about to come to my boot camp. I was promoting my boot camp. And she was asking about my boot camp. Damn it. Missed another one. Hallie and Regina King, y'all. Yep. I missed out on two of those. Yep, I sure did. So it says, boom. Future colliders will likely be able to directly observe the zeptospheres, but for now, studying these decays could help us find new physics within the decay. All right. So I think I read that. So the quantum verse or the whatever. Oh, I just read that. My bad. I just read that. I'm on a new damn. Sorry, I went back. Sorry, I'm on the Wi-Fi story. Sorry. It said they call this thing Wo-Fi. The new system that they call to track you is called Wo-Fi, a system developed by researchers at La Sapienza University of Rome. Makes me think of that one sonar scene from The Dark Knight. This is the reporter. And to be sure, tracking the way wireless electronic signals interact with the physical world isn't anything new. Almost a decade ago, they figured out how to make a 3D map of a building using Wi-Fi. But this new system can fingerprint individuals, or at least their bodies, track them in physical space, and re-identify them in the same area or different location based off the Wi-Fi signals bounced off and through them. Bounced off of them and through them. The implications are staggering, given the ubiquity of Wi-Fi in nearly every public and private space. A fairly innocuous but still creepy use might be a system that determines when a specific customer returns to a store and texts them a coupon as a welcome back present. As soon as you walk into the store recognizes you from your Wi-Fi signal and say, welcome back. It sends you a text on your phone, welcome back. You're like, what the fuck? Say, welcome, what? Your ass is looking around like, what the fuck? Welcome, what? A far more sinister application would be simply tracking where a person goes and when, including private residences, if the Wi-Fi data were sold or otherwise obtained. It goes without saying that government agencies would be extremely interested in getting access to the data. No shit. So now we got Wi-Fi fingerprints that we got to worry about, y'all. Not just your regular fingerprint. Now we have Wi-Fi fingerprints, and they're tracking the shit out of all of us on this shit. That shit is crazy. He says tracks phone, but certain applications want chips in your body. Yeah, but now they don't need it. They can track your ass. Wi-Fi is everywhere. Name me a place that there is no Wi-Fi other than like in the middle of the desert or the forest or the ocean. But you don't want to be in them places by yourself, no way. So wherever you are, where there's people, there's going to be some Wi-Fi somewhere. Excuse me, which means they can track you. This is insane. They're getting crazy with that shit, man. What'd you say, Roger? This is, I need a bootleg frequency. You need one of them dummy frequencies. He says, I wonder if the swap meet was selling. Go get me a swap meet frequency. Yeah, that is hilarious. But they have that type of shit. Remember them in the movie where they would track your eyes and shit like that, and then Tom Cruise had to get new eyes because they didn't want him to track his eyes and shit. So hey, man, that was in what, Minority Report, 20 some odd years ago, like 25 years ago. So they already knew. What was that movie with Angela Bassett where you could experience somebody, you could like have it had a chip where it recorded people's memories, and then you could use this thing and put their memories, and then you could repeat people's memories. What did anybody remember that movie? It was one of Angela Bassett's first movies. Damn. What was that movie, dog? What was that movie? Nama? Sorry. What was that movie, Nama? Come on. It was one of her first movies. Damn. Can't remember the white dude who was in it. But it was she was in it. I think she was like co-starred the movie too. He says, where's the movie where we get reparations and reclaim our land? Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. So there's a bunch of movies. Well, it ain't no movie about you doing it, but even if there's a movie, is that going to save you? Is that going to serve you if you get a movie about it? That what you want, just a movie? All right, we'll give you a movie, but you don't get any reparations. All right, goddamn, stop bugging us. Stop looking for reparations. Go out and get your own shit. Rebuild. Get new shit. Be the new ancestors. Your ancestors who left all that shit and was able to do all that stuff back in the day. Won't you strive to copy that and be better than that? Match what they did in the past. Gain more land than they had in the past. How about that? Stop looking in the past for stuff. Look in the future. That's where you're going to find your stuff. You keep looking in the past for shit, you ain't going to get shit. The past don't exist no more. Get with other melanated people who are of like mind. Gain new property. It's easy to get land. It's way easier for you to get new land than it is for you to get old land that you owed. You can go on governmentauctions.com right now and buy land for $100. No shit. $100. I lost out on 50 acres of land in Texas. My bid was what was my bid? $200. And it went for $550. But I left the bid, I left the auction and came back, and somebody had bid it ahead of me. The bid started at $10 for the land. I put in a $200 bid and then left because nobody else was actually had bid it at that time. When I came back, some bitch ass fool jumped in there and took the damn bid. But you can get new land and then put that in a trust, reestablish your ancient your status, create a new trust, and put that land in a trust so they can't take it anymore in the future. They were able to take your ancestors' land because they didn't know this knowledge. You know it now. So revamp your shit, regain land, regain your property, and all the shit that was lost. It's much easier to do it now because there's 50 million ways for you to make money now. So do that, then regain your status, place it in a trust, and then it can never be taken from you again. Won't you do that? It's much easier for you to do that than to go beg the goddamn Caucasian man to give you your shit back, which he never gonna give you back. Ever. He ain't never gonna give you that shit back. Why would he give it to you back? Why would he give it back to you? You need to come up with a good reason of why he would give you your shit back. It'll never happen. But you can use their information and go regain your land. Just buying it. Set up your own shit. And then you know what you can do? Have y'all seen Bina shells? Do y'all know what Bina shells are? B-I-N-I shells. Benny shells. It's a dude named Benny something. And this motherfucker created a way to create houses where he inflates a balloon like so dome cribs. And then he has some type of special concrete that he sprays on the dome, and he can build the shit in like a week. He can build a dope ass super like 5,000 square foot, 10,000 square foot place in like a week to 2 weeks. Looks dope too. Go look that shit up. Benny shells, Benny shell, B-I-N-I shells. So you can just go buy you land, hire that dude to come out and build you a Benny shell thing in like a couple weeks, and it's way cheaper. This shit is like a few $1,000s. It's not like, I mean, like when they said like some of the pricing goes from $3,000 to $10,000, but a house is $100,000. So again, it's way better ways for you to recreate your empire that your ancestors lost, even better than they had before. Won't you do that and then lock it up for your future descendants instead of looking to the past, wasting all your energy trying to go get some old shit, build new shit, and leave that for your descendants? What'd you say? You got 55 acres of wholesale cannabis out. What? Wait, where you at? Oh, damn it. Seriously, look at a dude. They have their own architectural. They've been doing this since the 60s. They're a super architectural firm. But they build them things for cheap, and they're dome cribs. So domes, in case you know, domes and triangle structures are the strongest structures in nature. Pyramids and domes. Funny, masculine and feminine. The two strongest structures in nature are masculine and feminine, the pyramid and the dome, right? So, man, look that up. Benny shell, I think it's B-I-N-I, not B-E-N-E. I think it's B-I-N-I, Benny shells. So, again, let's get new shit. Let's stop looking for old shit. Moving along, can you remember if Mr. Monopoly, can you remember if Mr. Monopoly wears a monocle, or if, and this is some TV show dude, Mr. Darcy was wearing a shirt when he came from the lake in the TV show Pride and Justice. So basically, and it says, take the test to see if you're a victim of the Mandela effect. Because a lot of people be getting history wrong, and they're saying it's the Mandela effect. So it says the Mandela effect is the strange phenomena in which many people remember something in a particular way, but are wrong. But are they though? Or are they taking us? They're doing something with time and that collider, that Higgs-Bose collider. According to a recent YouGov survey, it's something that affects many Brits, Americans too. As part of the poll, YouGov quizzed 2,240 British adults about 8 common Mandela effects to find. Hold on, lost it. All right. As part of the poll, YouGov quizzed 2,240 British adults about 8 common Mandela effects to find out exactly how many of us have been fooled by them. Fooled? I don't think we fooled. So it says, so how many of these Mandela effects have you fallen victim to? So let's go down the list. Does Mr. Monopoly wear a monocle? Now, does the Monopoly dude have a monocle? Now, I kind of remember him having one. I remember the monocle. Does anybody else remember the Monopoly dude monocle, the little eye thing that he wears over the eye? You know what I'm saying? That little eyeglass thing. That's the eyeglass thing that a monocle is like one eye lens, one eyeglass lens that you wear over the eye, and you can squint your eye and hold it, and you can see out of it. Or it has a handle on it where you can take it and do like this and see through it. It's a one lens. It's not glasses, it's one lens. So does anybody remember that? The Monopoly dude having that little glass thing over his motherfucking eye. I remember that shit. I remembered it. Now look what it says. It says he's one of the most famous board game characters, but does Mr. Monopoly wear a monocle? Contrary to popular belief, the answer is no. What? Come on, man. I remember that damn I used to play Monopoly all the goddamn time. If it's not during the old Monopoly, I think they put one on the new Monopoly. So it's either the old Monopoly, it's not the old Monopoly, it's the new one. But that nigga got a monocle somewhere. I'm just saying. He says, dude, I had a game with him having a monocle on his eye. See, dude, I had the game with him. See? That's what I'm saying. They trying to tell me some bullshit. I do. I thought he still had it. Old Monopoly player. Okay, see? I'm not the only one. There are 3D printed houses. Oh, okay. Yep, they got 3D printed houses now, for sure. That costs more than the Bender shell, though. Well, you had the game. He had the monocle, right? See? And now he said, no, he didn't. Okay. It says, if you're baffled by this answer, don't panic. You're not alone. YouGov's poll found that a whopping 59% of Brits remember the Mr. Monopoly with a monocle, while just 20% says he does not wear one. That means y'all full of shit. We is in another universe or something. If we all remember, we slid through some type of goddamn time portal or something. We all can't be remembering that shit collectively, and it didn't happen. We all ain't got mass psychosis. They full of shit. So number 2, in Scooby-Doo, does Shaggy have a visible Adam's apple? Yeah. Come on. We all saw Shaggy, that big ass motherfucker, look like he got a goddamn he was swallowing a goddamn a Volkswagen. We all seen that. Who don't remember Shaggy with the Volkswagen in his throat? Look like he's swallowing a Big Mac. I remember that shit. But apparently, I remember that shit, y'all. But apparently, it says Shaggy from Scooby-Doo is known for a rough appearance and love of sandwiches. But does he have a visible Adam's apple? Now, I know I remember seeing that shit. I know I remember seeing that shit. So it says, YouGov's poll, excuse me, does he have an Adam's apple? YouGov's poll reveals that more than half of Brits are convinced the answer is yes. See? Look, man. But he says he doesn't. What? Shaggy did not. Come on, bro. That's bullshit. We ain't crazy, y'all. Come on. All of us in here, let me see. How many of y'all remember that shit? I remember Fred got Velma pregnant. Definitely an Adam's apple. Thank you. With hair on it. Yes. Yes. God damn it. Amir Shaheen. You goddamn right. That shit, that little scruffy hair, because it's supposed to be shaved. Yep. Oh, man. Church Chicken is Jesus' favorite restaurant, Dad Joe. You stupid. Definitely an Adam's apple. Yep, with hair on it. My bad. I got that one. So, all right, everybody, y'all remember it. I remember it. Scooby was a great Dane, but thought he was a Doberman. Scooby was a great Dane, but thought he was a Doberman. So apparently Shaggy didn't have an Adam's apple, and they saying we all crazy, y'all. So the next one, what is the famous line that Darth Vader says to Luke Skywalker? Now, of course, I got this right. A lot of people do get this one wrong. A lot of people do get this one wrong. A lot of people think that Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father. That ain't what he says. That's not how the scene goes. It goes when Darth Vader is talking to Luke after he cut his hand off. Luke thought he was gangster. Darth Vader had to show him, nigga, you ain't with the real shits, my nigga. Don't let me get pissed in this bitch. So cut that hand off. Luke found out what real life was about. Then he says, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me. You killed him. He says, no, I am your father. That's the line. He told me you killed him. No, I am your father. So, how many people remember this nigga saying? So it says 48% of people are convinced that the line is, Luke, I am your father. No, it is not. Gotta be a real Star Wars brother to know that. You know what I'm saying, player? You know what I'm saying, baby? You gotta be a real Star Wars, baby. Oh, gotta pop a Star Wars collar like. Gotta be a real Star Wars person for that one, you know what I'm saying? But if you ain't Star Wars person, don't worry, baby. There's still some love for you somewhere. Then it says have. Oh, now I don't know about this. It says have Walker's salt and vinegar crisp packets. This must be something Britain. We don't have that over here. Does anybody remember Walker's salt and crisp pack? I don't remember nothing about that, so we can skip that. I don't give a shit what happened to Walker's salt and vinegar crisp. I don't give a shit what they changed. That's completely a British thing by itself. But then the other one is was it Kit Kat with a hashtag in the middle with a dash? Was it spelled Kit Kat with a dash or just Kit Kat with no dash? I think it's Kit Kat with the dash. That's what I remember. It says despite being one of the most popular chocolate bars around the world, the packaging on Kit Kat also has proved divisive. Almost a third, 30%, correctly identified that Kit Kat has never had a hyphen. What? Kit Kat never had a hyphen? That's bullshit. Are y'all kidding me? Thank you. Come on, man. This is never on the goddamn package. I haven't had Kit Kats in a long time, but come on, man. This wasn't on the package. This dash is not on. Oh, come on, bro. What? Says further, what's more, a further 16% are convinced that there used to be a hyphen before Nestle changed it to Kit Kat. Yeah, you goddamn right. I think they lying. They said it never had one. And the last one is this is the biggest one. Did Ed McMahon work for Publishers Clearinghouse? Yes. God damn it. Yes, he did. He says, no, it didn't. No, the Kit Kat didn't have a hyphen in it. I think it did. I'm just saying. But did Ed McMahon work for Publishers Clearinghouse? We got to know. Did Ed McMahon work for Publishers Clearinghouse? Yes, he goddamn did. I seen the commercials with my own eyes. Ed knocking on the goddamn door, Publishers Clearinghouse, boom, with the check, everything. I remember that shit. Tell me y'all don't remember Ed McMahon. You said, yep. Yes, he did. Remember the commercial. Thank you. The Mandela effect thing is a psyop to make us question our old memories. Straight up. Because goddamn it, you ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me Ed McMahon didn't work for Publishers Clearing. I remember this shit. It was 50 million jokes about I need Ed McMahon to come to the crib right now. So Publishers give me one of them. Man, 50 million comedians made jokes about it. It was jokes on TV shows, jokes in the streets. Everybody, millions of jokes about Ed McMahon coming to give me a Publishers Clearinghouse check. He said, you're absolutely right. At Ed McMahon worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. It's Ed McMahon, not at McMahon. Worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. Watch the movie Low Down Dirty Shame. Thank you. Thank you. I think it was Jada Pinkett who mentioned Ed McMahon in that movie. So thank you for that. For sure. Absolutely. So they say, though, official records say, no, he didn't. The official records say that Ed McMahon did not work for Publishers Clearinghouse. What the fuck are we doing now? Now, that's when I really think this is a psyop. Who said that? This had to be a goddamn psyop. Ed McMahon sure did. Says voice on the commercial and knocking on the doors. Yes. So I did a little digging into this, and then I found out why Ed McMahon may have been taken out of history. Nama said, who is Ed McMahon? The dude who used to host Star Search. He was the host of Star Search, Ed McMahon, on Star Search. But he says he worked for American Family Publishers, which was the competitor to the. No, he didn't. People confused the two. No, he didn't. He worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. He worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. So what happened was Ed McMahon got caught up in a sex scandal with some youngsters. He got a underage sex scandal pop off. As he volunteered because his ass was surely there. He volunteered because his ass was surely there. So, sex scandal with some youngsters. So, Publishers Clearinghouse was like, nigga, we about to scrub everything with your bitch ass. Supernova bassist. Okay, he says, don't miss Star Search. He says, didn't miss Star Search. Yep. Yep. The homie who was on Jeff Brown, who used to be on the Gov't show. What is Jeff Brown was on Star Search. He won Star Search. Shout out to Jeff Breezy. What up, Jeff Breezy? But Jeff Brown won Star Search back in the day. So, yeah, Ed McMahon was work for public. You ain't gonna tell me you ain't not. You am not gonna tell me different. You understand? So it says the Mandela effect was created by paranormal enthusiast Fiona Broom, who was convinced that she remembered Nelson Mandela dying while he was still in prison in the 1980s. But Mandela's death was not until 2013, despite Mrs. Boone's recalling seeing his funeral on TV in the 80s. So that's where they get it from. But Ed McMahon worked for goddamn Publishers Clearinghouse. You understand? You are not gonna tell me different. Fuck that shit. You said Ed Epstein McMahon. Ed Epstein McMahon. Hey man, that was, yeah. He probably was involved in that shit. This has been going on for a long time, everybody. Just so we're clear, especially in Hollywood. Very much so in Hollywood. That's what Corey Feldman came out and said he was going to expose. And then they shut his ass down. He said he was going to devote his rest of his life to uncovering that shit. And then we had a pandemic. Corey Feldman said, I'm going to devote my life to uncovering the child trafficking in Hollywood. And that extends to around the world. He was going to extend all his resources. He said he was going to do that. And then what happened? Pandeezy, y'all. Oops. Sorry, Corey Feldman. My bad, Mondeezy. You got to go in the house, cuz. You got to go in the house, baby. And nothing ever came after that. They got, they went to Feldman after that and said, nigga, if you say anything, your whole family dead, bitch. Because after that, he still could have did it, but he didn't expose him. Why didn't Corey Feldman come out after the Pandeezy and expose him? I mean, he's been pushing this for a long time. He's been on TV show, radio stations. He's been pushing this for a long time. Just saying it. But then when he said, I'm going to devote resources and make a documentary about it, nigga, pandemic. Fuck out of here, nigga. Pandeezy, bitch. So, yeah, that happened. Ed McMahon, bitch. So moving along, says breakthrough for male birth control. Told you there's a whole lot of science in there. We still in the science and the weird, y'all. It's a whole lot of science, crazy shit. So there's been a breakthrough for male birth control, everybody. Brothers, you ain't got to strap it up no more, unless you don't want it to fall off. But if you ain't scared about it falling off, you ain't got to strap up no more, y'all. So experimental hormone-free tablet passes its first safety test for men, or in men. For decades, the responsibility of taking birth control pills has been placed firmly on the shoulders of women. But that could soon change, as an experimental pill for men that works by blocking sperm production has just passed its first safety test in humans. The hormone-free contraceptive tablet called YCT 529 has already been found to prevent 99% of pregnancies during experiments in mice. It works by blocking access to vitamin A in the testes, preventing sperm production without affecting testosterone levels. What? So you're not lowering the testosterone, you're just blocking vitamin A, and the testosterone level is still the same? Come on, brother. Really? Excuse me. So no blocking of the testosterone. Let's see. Says it works by blocking access to the to vitamin A, vitamin A in the testes, preventing sperm production without affecting testosterone levels, meaning libido is not impacted. You can still get horny, guys. Basically, you can take birth control and still be a horny horn dog. The male pill, which experts hope will be available this decade. In the next 5 years? Okay. Next 4.5 years is the only one currently being tested in humans. For the latest trial, researchers recruited 16 men who were put on different doses of the pill across several days. Instead of testing how effective it was in humans, all of the men had undergone vasectomies. What? They underwent vasectomies. The aim was to discover if they were if there were any side effects. So they were testing the men who clipped their testosterone production in order to see, all right, if it had, all right, we already know you don't have production, so we're just testing this in you just to see the side effects. We're not testing it in you to see if it stops you from excuse me, you from preventing or producing sperm. We're just stopping it or putting it in you to see if you die. We're just giving this shit to see if you die, or if your dick fall off, or if your balls fall off, or if your balls shrivel up like raisins, or if your balls recede into your stomach, or if your balls, while you're taking a shit, your balls just come out your ass. We're just trying to see, make sure we're making sure none of those happens, guys. We're just saying. We're making sure none of that happens. I'm sorry, wait, I spoke wrong. I didn't mean we're testing to see it. We're making sure it doesn't happen. We know it's not going to happen. I misspoke. Sorry. I misspoke. We're just making sure it's not going to happen. So go ahead and take that pill. Yeah. No, your ass, your ball's not going to fall out your ass. No, we know it's not going to happen. We know that. We're just making sure. You're just making sure. You making sure my balls ain't going to fall out my ass, nigga? What? I think I'm going to skip this trial, bro. Just saying. Got to skip this trial. Just making sure. Just making sure, WD. Analysis revealed there were no concerning changes in heart rate. Okay. Hormone function, inflammation, mood, or sexual function. Basically, they're saying this shit didn't have no side effects. Just stopped the vitamin A production in the testes. Yeah. Brothers about to be out here wilding the fuck out. They didn't really need any help to be out here going nuts, man. But however, it don't protect you from diseases. So your shit can still fall off. Or it can get deformed and look like a fucking look like a foot. With look like a club foot or some shit. You still better strap it up, y'all. Because you don't want that to happen. Trust me, you don't want that shit to happen. So moving along, last thing I got in the science and the weird. The death of the alpha male, as science reveals who really holds power in the battle of the sexes. Uh-oh. When the beef is in the house. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Hold on, I just lost it. So it says the alpha male may be more of a myth than a reality, as researchers have found that among many species, he is not the one in charge. Okay. A recent study has revealed that female primates won far more power struggles than expected, and in most species, there is no clear male dominance at all. Researchers from Germany studied real fights between 151 groups of male and female primates, who are among the most intelligent group of mammals and includes humans, monkeys, and apes. They found that in the majority of cases, females pushed males aside and even controlled the mating process, challenging long-standing belief that male dominance is the norm. So first off, being an alpha has nothing to do necessarily with male dominance per se. In some cases, like in the wolf kingdom and stuff like that, and for lions and shit like that, it could mean that. But really, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean that in that kingdom as well. Really, what that is the energy of that being. And an alpha is not necessarily a male either. It's alphas can be females too, but it's the energy of that person is is so resolute, is so powerful that other people, other beings, they just acquiesce to it. Not even acquiesce to it, they respect it so much that they are able to give way to it. They say, look, nigga, you are off the motherfucking chain. What do we do? It's not a forcing of anyone to follow you. An alpha person, they command that respect by their energy. And that's a alpha male or a female. Doesn't matter. So when they keep talking about alpha males and stuff like that, so an alpha male, a true alpha male, doesn't have to be physically dominant of the person. They dominate with the power of their energy, with the regality of their energy. If you are a God being, you shine as a royal being. People will see that, and you carry yourself like that. People will see that, and they will respect that, and they will acknowledge it. That's what respect means, to acknowledge. So I don't have to do anything. I don't have to dominate you or tell you what to do. You're going to understand that in most cases, if for an alpha, most cases, the alpha is probably going to have the best solution. Not all cases, but in most cases, that's usually what happens. In that animal kingdom, it's not even like that as well. There's a dog called King Charles. Anybody ever seen those viral clips of that dog King Charles? If y'all haven't seen it, go YouTube King Charles. That motherfucker's off the chain. He not big at all, King Charles. But when King Charles walks, every dog in the kennel bow down when he walked by him. He like a white little fluffy. He looks like he may have some poodle in him, but he's like a big. I forget. I don't know what he is, like a collie poodle. I don't know what he is, but he's not big at all. Because there's way bigger dogs in the kennel than King Charles. But when King Charles walk around, that even big, super huge ass cane Corsos bow down when he walked through. And so there's one viral clip where one new dog came in and he was trying to punk all the other dogs. He was trying to punk this other dog, and he was just barking at him and nipping at him and stuff like that. And King Charles came all the way from the other side of the kennel. And as he was walking past the other dogs, all the other dogs turned or bowed their head and shit as he walked like straight up. And he went to that other dog and jumped on him, but didn't like bark or growl at him or nothing like that. He just jumped on him and held him down and showed him like, look, motherfucker, you better chill, bitch. And that dog, he was like, but he was trying to show his teeth to try to make it seem like he was still wanting to fight. But King Charles was like, look, motherfucker, don't make me. He didn't bark. He didn't growl. He didn't do none of that. He just went to him and boom, and stuck on him and then put him down. I mean, King Charles is all his videos be going off the chain. So there's a caveat to that though. If you're going to be alpha though, at some point in time, somebody's going to test your alpha. So the physical ability should match your inner energy as well. You should have hands because during that, King Charles, he was the alpha for a long time, but then they let in some other dog who was real crazy and gangster and didn't understand. No King Charles alpha nothing. And that dog got in a fight with King Charles and he injured King Charles. And then all the other dogs, they stopped respecting King Charles as the alpha because he got injured by that other new dog. So if you're going to be an alpha, you better be able to back that shit up. However, let's see what this says here. It says Dr. Ellis Houchard, co-author of the study and evolutionary biologist at the University of Montpellier, told the BBC Science, if a female doesn't want to mate, the male can't, if the female doesn't want to mate, the male can't do anything about it. That alone gives her power. Now, women should have known that. That happened. That happens in the regular world. That's a known thing. Women, you should already know that you got the power to control dudes who are who can't control their urges for that. You can control those men. However, if a man is on some higher consciousness and is not led around by his penis, that's not going to work. You're going to have to be something better. You're going to have to show that you are on the God level like him in order for you to be matched with that person, because you controlling the cootie, that ain't going to work. Because a true God alpha being, somebody going to give him the cootie, even if it ain't you. And he not going to have to go out and match for it. No, she's going to see how godly that being is, and she's going to be like, that's the motherfucker I want right there. And then he's going to see how godly she is by not controlling, trying to control him with that and emotion and all the rest of that. That's what's going to happen. So, yeah, in some places you can control males by doing that. But in the conscious realm, we're not primates. See, they keep talking about we're primates. We are not primates. We're sentient beings. Doctor, whatever your name is. So yeah, that works in the animal world. However, in the sentient world, where we can control our urges, if you're on higher consciousness, that doesn't work. So it says, for years, society has depicted the alpha male as the one in charge, leading the group, making decisions, and getting first pick of everything. That imagery has shown up in movies, on television, and even in school textbooks for decades. However, it has left out a key fact. Women are already proving they can lead, and not just in isolated cases. Okay. In fact, the study authors said the idea that males are naturally dominant was based more on cultural bias than biology. Their research found female power is not rare and is not rare or an accident. It is part of a broader evolutionary pattern seen across primate societies. That is a big shift from the narrative of male dominance, especially considering that humans share much of their behavior with primates. Researchers collected and analyzed years of detailed behavior years of detailed behavior records of primates and tracked who initiated a conflict, who submitted, and who walked away as the winner. The study, published in Proceedings of the Natural Academy of Sciences, looked at 151 primate groups and found that females came out on top in about 1 out of every 8 cases. Males were dominant in about 1 of every 6 cases, representing 25 groups from 16 different primate species. However, in about 70% of these populations, power was more evenly shared with both males and females able to win conflicts. Scientists said the most surprising part was that strength alone did not decide who had the upper hand. In many species, female power came from the control over mating. See? But that's in primates, in the animal kingdom, not the sentient world. In species where females chose when to mate and could not be forced by males, they used that choice as leverage. So, says what? What'd y'all say? You don't have to be the strongest, just the smartest, oftentimes. Absolutely. That is absolutely true. Soldiers, who are the strongest people, are run by politicians who are usually the weakest motherfuckers. Straight up. So, absolutely. But yeah, you have the divine masculine and divine feminine. And even though women are born dominant in femininity, they can present masculine energy. And so, they can be dominantly on a masculine side. You've seen that a lot. Now, It's not necessarily natural. It's more so the society who makes them like that. When they come out like that, they have to be that way in order to be where they want to be in this society that wasn't created by them. So they have to act like a male in order to gain, or they feel they have to act like a male in order to gain position in the world the man created. However, if you understood science, just like they just showed right there, if you understood how to be feminine and control the cootie coo, you can control most dudes on most days. If you stop trying to argue with him and battle him and be masculine with the dude and just work his side. I'll give you an example. I was with somebody I love, and I got pissed because they was doing something they knew they shouldn't have did. And when Aries gets pissed, they can get pissed. But instead of this person trying to explain what they did, like trying to explain their way out of it, they flipped the whole energy. I was upset or angry, and they came with the completely feminine, love, funny energy, which totally broke it down and totally wiped it away instantly. See, they didn't come with my energy. They came with their energy, the opposite energy, which counteracted mine and diffused it. See, women, if you are in your proper energy, no matter what, you can. And I was like, and in my mind, I was like, and she knew she was like, instead of coming like you like that, I'm just going to show you love and just know that the love is going to work. She was saying it like that, and she was hilarious. And I said, all right. I was like, great way to come. I was like, very good move, because it worked. So shout out to her for being able to do that. So ladies, be in your true power. So moving along, last couple things I got. Malcolm Jamal Warner in nigga news. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Shout out to Theo. Theo. Oh man. You was like my homie, dog. Man. How many people remember that first Cosby episode? Dude, I will never, ever, ever forget Gordon Gartrell. When Lisa Bonet tried to make her, I can make you a Gordon Gartrell. When he wanted the Gordon Gartrell, and she oh man, she made this nigga had the lapel on the back. He had the pocket was over here. This nigga, his sleeve was half up here. The nigga had a half long sleeve. She was like, that's better than Gordon Gartrell. He like, bitch, this ain't no Gordon Gartrell, bitch. Oh man, shout out to Theo. That was some funny shit, man, because we used that joke for at least 10 years for niggas who had fucked up gear. Nigga, if you don't get out of here with your Gordon Gartrell wearing ass, motherfucker. Man, that was in bags and snapping and joking for years. Nigga got on Gordon Gartrell shoes. Nigga, look at your Gordon Gartrell. Oh, man. Shout out to Theo and the Gordon Gartrell. Go miss you, man. Michael Jamal Warner. Bruh. That hurt, man. And it happened on his, like, right after his daughter's birthday. They went to Costa Rica for his daughter's birthday. It's just messed up, man. And he was, one of his last videos was him talking about loving life. He was so happy, and it was on his daughter's birthday, and he had a flower in his head from his daughter, and he said, that's gangster as fuck. Yes, having a flower in my head for my daughter is gangster AF. I mean, he was so happy. He looked wonderfully happy in the video. So shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. Man. You've been there the longest, Theo. He was there from the jump, jamming on the one. Y'all remember that episode when they went to see Stevie Wonder, and Stevie was in the recording booth, and they recorded them all. Theo jamming on the one, jamming on the one. Come on, Theo. Why'd you leave, bro? You can't. Oh. It was messed up, man. It was messed up. Wait, what'd you say? So I used to have a shag haircut like Theo. Everybody had the shag back then. And then when that went out, you cut it off and had that long ass ponytail that you could braid in the back, that long ponytail when the shag went out. Oh man. When I entered ROTC in the 9th grade, I had a shag. As a private in the ROTC, I had me a shag. Had to grow out of it real quick though. But man, again, shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Apparently, there's a lot of stories. Some say he may have been trying to save his daughter from drowning, and he got caught with the riptide, and it brought him under. I think another person also passed. So, again, shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner and the Gordon Gartrell. Man, Gordon Gartrell. Great, one of the greatest goddamn scenes. One of the greatest episodes ever, man. You say he looked the same. He did look the same. He sure did. Nigga looked the same. Crazy, man. Living a good life, being happy, stress-free, loving life, man. Then I got to give a shout out. This may not go over well, but Hulk Hogan. What are you gonna do when the 23-inch pythons come down on you, brother? Man, he was my childhood, man. WWF before it was WWE. Shout out to Hulk Hogan. Come on, that was Rocky 3. When he came out and beat Rocky's ass, Rocky had to pick his bitch ass up, throw him out the ring, was like, what up, bitch? Hulk Hogan, man. That hurt bad too. Even though Hulk Hogan was racist. They say he was racist because he was caught on the phone calling his daughter's boyfriend a nigger. But he said he came out and he apologized for it and said that wasn't the way he was talking. He was borderline. He didn't say borderline. He said he was about to kill himself. He was on some suicide shit. He was sitting in the house about to kill himself. He was on some crazy shit. And his daughter called, and apparently also the boyfriend was an asshole. Also was apparently part of it and treating his daughter wrong. But no excuse for calling him nigger. But I'm gonna say this: when they interviewed most of his melanated friends, they said ain't no way in the world that is he racist. They said no way in the world Hulk Hogan is racist. And so I'm gonna say, as looking at him and looking at what he did, his apology and all that type of stuff, he really looked like he was sincere about it. Having said that, if they had a camera in most of you niggas' houses, how many times would they catch you saying cracker, honky, cockazoid? What's the other ones? White people smell like dogs. Wet dogs, excuse me. How many sayings that may sound like you was racist would they catch on camera, knowing that you're not racist? You know you ain't racist, but sometimes you say shit like that, right? in Black House, I mean, you know you do. So I'm gonna say, how many times have you heard that Caucasian people smell like wet dogs? Be honest. I want y'all to be motherfucking completely honest. See? Sean Harris laughing. See? You know. Y'all heard that white people smell like wet dogs. You have heard that in the Black community. Now, if a Caucasian person was heard saying that Black people smell like dogs, but come on. So I'm going to say, he had that when he was in a bad place in his life. He got that one off, whatever. There's never been any other incident besides that. So I'm gonna let him have that one. And Hulk Hogan, man, you was the dog in the 80s with Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, Jimmy Superfly Snooker, Iron Sheik, Beautiful Paul Orndorff. What was it? Come on, give me some damn. What's my other cats? Roddy Piper, Tony Atlas, the Andre the Giant. I'm going through all my cats, man. You was out there with all of this. Was the greatest time of wrestling. That was like the greatest wrestling era of all time. Is when they had like them cats. The Iron Sheik put you in the camel clutch. Oh man. Shout out to WWF again. Shout out to Hulk Hogan. I don't hold no ill with you. Yep, Kamala. Man, Junkyard Dog was my dude though. Junkyard Dog, arr, arr, and then they get headbutt you. He get on all fours, and then we're gonna headbutt you and shit. Oh, nigga, that was my shit. Jimmy Superfly Snooker from the top rope. Oh. Jimmy Superfly Snooker. Man, yep. Coco Beware. Thank you, Coco Beware. Yep, Ravishing Rick Rude. Yep. Man, come on, man. Brutus the Beefcake. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't know. So I'm gonna say shout out to Hulk Hogan. God damn it. He was killing it back in the WWF. God damn, Hulk Hogan. That messed me up right there. Yep. JYD, baby. Junkyard Dog was the one. Road Warriors, yep. The Ultimate Warrior, yep. The Ultimate Warrior. The Macho Man Randy Savage. It's the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna put you down on the canvas. Yeah, it's the Macho Man. Shout out to Macho Man Randy Savage. Man, goddamn. Legion of Doom, man, y'all bringing them all. So we can say him all day and say them all in cats. But shout out to Hulk Hogan. So moving along, police stop law lessons. Let's get into it. We saw homeboy get smacked in the mouth and take it like he was eating Tic Tacs. He got punched right in the mouth. It was like, you hit like a bitch. No, he didn't. He didn't really say that, but that was the look on his face when he got punched in the face. You look like a bitch. Just saying, bro. You like a bitch, my nigga. So you hit like a bitch. So you got the coon Cajuns. You got a bunch of the coon Cajuns who are, and I mean, when I mean coon Cajun, I mean melanated people who cape for the Caucasian people, like Officer Tatum and Black Power, Black Conservative, whatever. Excuse me. What is it? Black Conservative Perspective and some other cats. And they all, every time they come out and the police do something, well, you shouldn't have been doing that. You shouldn't have been doing that. If you wasn't doing that, and some of the times they could be, they're right, which is why you need to learn your rights. We're teaching you the law over here because some things you are allowed to do, some things you're not allowed to do. But was this, in this case, was he allowed to do, or was he in the wrong when he got pulled over? So police officers said they pulled him over because he had his windshield wipers on, or and he didn't have his headlights on when it was raining. Right? So he's supposed to have, if you have your windshield light wipers on, this is what a lot of the people who are caping for the police are saying. Windshield wipers means you're supposed to have your headlights on. However, if you look up the Florida law states that you're only supposed to have your headlights on, or you only need to have your headlights on during, this is very important, during the rain, during smoke, or during fog. So then they'll say, well, if it was raining, you can see the water all over his car. So Officer Tatum had a big battle with with another audit channel, constitutional audit channel called Lackluster. And Lackluster said Officer Tatum was a dumbass or whatever. So Officer Tatum had to respond and tried to break down the police, tried to break it down like, well, you wasn't a former police officer and you don't know shit. So let me break it down. So he's trying to talk about how it was broken down. And he kept talking about, well, see, the spirit of the law says that you're supposed to have your headlights on when it's in incandescent conditions, or in whatever the word he said, basically when the conditions are rainy conditions. The law don't say that. The law don't say that at all. I remember, everybody, you have to follow the letter of the law. He kept talking about, well, the spirit of the law. No, the spirit of the law ain't shit. There is no spirit of the law, bro. It's the letter of the law. That's what it is. And if you say spirit of the law, the spirit of the law has to match up with the letter of the law. That's what counts. What's written on the paper, not what you got up in your damn mind, or what the person who wrote the law meant in his mind without putting it on paper. That don't matter. So again, the law states that you are supposed to have your headlights on during rain, fog, or smoke. So then on the Gay PD podcast, which is PBD podcast with them bitch asses and Vinny, the dude on there, his name is Vinny, with his fruitopian man bun and shit, always acting like he's some type of gangster, always trying to shit on the victim of police officers. Sitting up here talking about when you have your windshield wipers on, you're supposed to have your headlights on. No, bitch ass motherfucker. That's not the law. That's not the law. And so Officer Tatum and him, they done pulled up together, and not actually, but in their two rants about it, one is saying that if the headlights or if the windshield wipers are on, you had to have your headlights on. Then the other kept saying, well, there's water in the car. And if there's water in the car, that means it's raining. What? So first, this is Officer Tatum. If there's water in the car, that means it's raining. You dumbass. I couldn't have rolled past some sprinklers or rolled over a puddle. Dummy. Or it rained 30 minutes ago and it stopped raining. It hasn't been raining in 30 minutes, but my car still have dewdrops on it or raindrops on it. Like, his logic is idiotic that if there's water drops on the car, it means it's raining. You a dumbass for sure. And then dumbass Vinny, talking about if you have your windshield wipers on, you're supposed to have your headlights on. That's the law in Florida. And you live in Florida, dumbass bitch. You couldn't just Google the fucking law real quick in 2 seconds like anybody else could and see that it says during rain, smoke, or fog. The operative word being during. This is why you have to follow the letter of the law. During. So if it's not raining, not actually raining at the time, he doesn't have to have the windshield wipers on. And that's even stupider if you think if my windshield wipers are on, I have to have my headlights on. Well, what if I'm just cleaning bird shit off my window? What if my car's dirty? I ain't washed my car in 3 weeks and the windshield is dirty. Do I got to turn my headlights on when I spray the water, use the windshield wipers to clean the window? So your logic is idiotic. It's dumb as hell. Not thought out. It's just all emotional because they want to cape for the fucking popo. But then they'll go, well, that guy who punched him in the face, he shouldn't have punched him in the face and he's going to get reprimanded for that. But he should have been doing what he should have been doing because they asked him to get out of the car 7 times. Now, let me say this. Do you have to get out of the car when the police officer stop you? Yep. At a lawful police stop. At a lawful police stop, yes, you have to get out of the car when you're told by police, which is why if you're pulled over, you should ask for a supervisor if you don't believe the police stop is lawful. You say, well, give me a supervisor. If the supervisor comes and they agree with the police officer who just pulled you over, then you say, well, take me to see a magistrate, which is the judge. And the judge will be able to judge that then. You don't have to go directly to jail. You can say, take me to see the judge, the magistrate. So these are things that if you don't know the law, if you don't know, you can get caught up and get punched in the face if you don't know how to do that. That's if you want to challenge the officer. Most times, the best thing to do is just take the ticket and then challenge it later if you don't know the law. If you know the law, you should definitely assert your rights at a police stop. Don't listen to these people that tell you, don't assert your rights. Don't escalate the situation. No, assert your rights. You can assert your rights without escalating the situation. Calmly, assertively, without being belligerent. This is what we teach you in the Know Your Rights Foundation, how to do that. Because when you know the law properly, you're going to be confident. You don't have to be yelling and arguing and doing all that because the law is as it's written. And if you know how it's written and you know the police officer doesn't, that's his ass or her ass. And you feel confident and safe in the fact that whenever this shit goes higher, they're going to be fucked. So there's no reason for you to get out of control and belligerent and crazy because you know the law. Now, if that dude had known the law, I would have told him to do what he did, but he obviously didn't know the law. And then when they pulled him out of the car, they smashed him up even more. They mangled him up even more. They folded that nigga up like a card table. And then he said, stop resisting. Stop resisting. That's their thing. When they start beating up on you, they'll scream, stop resisting. That's their tactic. So when they're beating on you and they scream not resisting, you have to counteract it and say, I'm not resisting. Get this on camera. I'm not resisting. You're holding me. You're forcing me not to comply. You got to say stuff like this. So when they put a resisting charge on you, you can show on camera how you weren't resisting. You challenged that. These are the things you have to do, especially coming in the future with Trump being a police officer ball gargler. That's what he is. And so you already know what you got to do.
What if the real superpower was already inside you? The Great Book of Melanin Research reveals 130 years of scientific studies conducted by governments around the world on you. This isn't fiction. It's real research on melanin uncovering its superconductive, photoconductive, cell-protective, and DNA shielding abilities. Yeah, they've known for over a century. Why don't you? Order now and get the exclusive Police Stop Law Package free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Notice and Card, Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2, the Public Official Bonds Book. Learn how to hold them personally accountable. This is power in your hands, biological and legal. They studied you. Now you study them. Click the link. Get the truth. Get protected. The Great Book of Melanin Research. It's time you knew what they know.
What the hell did you do? Did you run that stop sign? See? I told you. I told you.
Girl, what the hell are you talking about? I just been driving. You seen me. Hell, they probably after you because one of your quote-unquote well-cooked meals finally killed somebody. I knew it was gonna happen.
Pull over now, buddy.
Look here. If they ask me about your gumbo surprise you made the other night, I can't tell a lie. You know it had me in the bathroom all night. Just saying.
Boy, don't make me slap you and go to jail before we get to my mama's house. Come to think of it, it might be worth it.
Now don't you say nothing that's gonna get us shot, you hear? That white man look like he need a hug or something. Call your sister. She like to get down.
Oh, you think you funny, huh? Well, won't you just tell him some jokes, Dave Chappelle, and see if that stops him from kicking your butt?
Well, I know what I'd do if you wasn't here. How can I help you, officer?
Good afternoon, sir. Can I get your license and registration?
You sure can, officer. As soon as you give me a reason as to why you pulled me over.
When you give me your license and registration, I'll tell you why I pulled you over. Understand, Kanye West? Now, license and registration or you're going to jail, buddy.
Well, officer, according to the Supreme Court, Delaware versus Prowse, and Wren versus United States, you need to have a reason to pull me over, which means I need to have broken some type of law first. So I ask you again, why did you pull me over, officer?
Oh, is that right? And who are you supposed to be? Johnny Cochran's little brother? But you look like Kanye. So what do I call you? Yeezy Cochran? Oh, that was pretty funny. I cracked myself up.
Well, Officer Jim Carrey, I don't answer questions, but I do ask them. Like, what's your name, badge, and surety bond or insurance number so I can go file a claim for you violating my constitutional rights as soon as we're finished with our little comedy routine.
What was that?
You heard me, Officer Joe Rogan. What's your name, badge, and surety bond or insurance number so I can go file a claim for you violating my constitutional rights? Didn't think I knew about that, did you? Am I still funny?
Well, well, look at that. Yeezy Cochran knows his rights. What's that, dispatch? Someone robbed the Krispy Kreme. You're damn lucky, buddy. You get off with a warning this time. I gotta go save the world.
Whatever you say, officer. Good luck.
Boy, what the hell are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just dreaming about the stuff I could say. You know, if you wasn't here. Just playing.
Well, Mr. Chris Rock, while you were daydreaming, the officer jumped back in his car and took off. So I guess you can drive now.
Why? What happened? Where did he go?
I don't know. He screamed something about Krispy Kreme and jumped in his car and took off.
What the
There you So that's the Know Your Rights Foundation cartoon. But yeah, I did all the voices, Christopher Perkins, yeah. Yeah, brother. I used to I was in film school, bro. I had all these crazy ass people in my head. That's why I can do all of this. I sound crazy all the time. I got a bunch of characters up here. So so absolutely. Thank you, Conceptual Elixirs. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the Cash App. Everybody else who hit the Cash App, and everybody else, make sure you go and support. Get the Great Book of Melanin Research. You get the whole police stop law package for free. And again, I'm going to throw in the the Rapstrology Volume 1 T-shirt for you guys. Just make sure you let me know what size and color you want when you do the order. Again, you have to order the hard copy book if you want the deal. All right. Also, again, it comes with, like I said, the police stop law package, constitutional rights card, qualified immunity notice. Bam, right there. And then if you want to learn the law for free, make sure you want to learn, you're going to earn one of these right here, certification, Know Your Rights Foundation Academy certifications right here. Get over to KYRF.org. Again, knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up, and we will hook you up, teach you the law for free so that you can get out there and smash like homegirl, or like the dude who was scared about his wife's gumbo surprise. But you need to be out here. You need to know the law. And when more of us are out here asserting our rights, that's when they will stop trying to violate them. It has to be many of us, an overwhelming amount of us out here asserting our rights properly, and then they will stop. But again, shout out, somebody just got pulled over. Somebody told me they got pulled over this morning. They got pulled over and they handed the police officers the constitutional rights card, and they handed them the constitutional rights card. The police officer was like, they went away for a second, came back and was like, well, just give me a warning. And apparently this was a state trooper, which usually they give out tickets all the time. So the state trooper didn't want no smoke. So again, these things work, people. The bully only picks on the person that doesn't want to fight back. If you want to fight back, they don't want you to fight back. Trust me. They don't want none of that smoke. So appreciate you guys again for showing up. Oops, hold on this Saturn's Day. Let me get at you, talk crazy to you. Again, as a volunteer, knowyourrightsfoundation.org/volunteer, sign up. That's it for me. I'm out of here. Make sure you support at realnagas.com. Get you a shirt. Get you one of these beautiful FAFO shirts right here. You can also get you one of these, or all the hundreds of t-shirts I have within the Real Nagas store. I have a bunch of t-shirts. Dragon MOOR, this Dragon MOOR shirt that you can see, this logo right here. I have this shirt, and so many more. So that's the way you can support, since YouTube took me out of the monetary program. That's how we have to help each other. So appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. I'm hungry and I need some water. So out of here. I'll at you later. Deuces.
Have you ever had an unwanted police encounter? Have you or your loved ones been terrified at a police stop and did not know what to do? Have you witnessed someone else's rights being violated at a police stop and wished you knew what to do? Well, wonder no more. You are not alone. At Know Your Rights Foundation, we teach our members to know police stop laws. Police are banking on your ignorance of the laws and will use that against you. Knowing the laws allows you to get home safely from a routine traffic stop that could spiral out of control because of lack of education. If your constitutional rights are violated, we educate you on how to get restitution from police officers and/or the city. Join us in this detrimental cause by contacting KYRF.org. Sign up today.